What is a 910 do? What?
What? Oh, Nintendo. They're
Oh.
910
I don't know. Apparently he posted a video 2 weeks ago.
No, nobody watches it. It's just like being dead.
Yeah.
It's like being dead.
Yeah.
Good for you, Frank.
Yeah, he only got 21,000 views on his last video. I mean, that's nothing.
I get more than that.
Yeah, JonTron is good.
JonTron's funny.
I personally
Raptor's
like,
funny.
what's the one we both like, Eric, with the guy who has the storage unit full of games? Classic Game Room.
Oh
one's
yeah,
a good
CTR.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Transmitting from the Intergalactic Space Arcade.
Which is his, like, shed in his backyard.
Yeah,
Still.
pretty much.
Looks like he's in a storage unit.
Actually, it is a storage unit. He actually does have a center. The Incom company or whatever that the YouTube name is under.
Yeah.
It actually is a legitimate, production company. He's got a facility that he actually goes to work there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where CGR started back in actually 1999.
Yeah, I remember. Like, reading a little bit about it. Yeah.
I went back and watched some of his old reviews where he had a co-host, some skinny dude.
No, I don't remember that.
You should go back and watch his one of them where he plays Seaman for the Dreamcast.
Oh my god, Seaman's so creepy.
It's fucking hilarious.
Seaman won't give me a beer. Screw him.
It's just like a video of them playing in front of the production screen and they're saying all the hilariously dumb shit you would say because it's a Seaman game.
Yeah.
All the seaman jokes and the fact that Leonard Nimoy's in it.
Awesome.
I'm taking off.
Leonard Nimoy, surrounded by seamen.
Take it easy, Ken.
I might be back later, but more likely not. So,
alrighty.
Have a good night.
If we're here, we'll see you then. If not,
Sounds
we
good.
won't.
Podcast.
See
Take it
ya.
easy, bro.
Have a good night.
Will do.
It was like, go away.
Have a good night, Cass.
Sorry, I was
Bye.
just copying the links, so I have.
See ya, Cass.
All right, see you guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye,
Wow,
Cass.
Dallin. I think my most viewed video has maybe 500 views.
What the fuck?
Well, good night, Cass.
Leave now. Okay?
This is getting really awkward now.
I'm trying to see how long I can hold that. All right, bye.
Bye.
I go back and I look at the
See ya.
chat. And so just staring.
Spotted Feather asks, what movie have you bought the most times across different formats?
Which? Sorry, who? What?
Spotted Feather asks, what movie have you bought most times across the different formats?
None for
see.
me.
Blade Runner.
I've never crossed a format, ironically.
Blade Runner. Yeah, Blade Runner I've had on Laserdisc, DVD. Laserdisc twice. DVD twice. Or no, 3 times, because I've got the briefcase set on DVD as well, and Blu-ray once. Transformers the movie, I've had 2 editions on VHS, and I currently have 3 editions on DVD. Terminator 2 probably holds the record. I've had 2 editions on Laserdisc, 2 editions on DVD, and 1 edition on Blu-ray. Now, I guess that's pretty close to the same. Oh, The Thing. The Thing, I've had 2 editions on Laserdisc, 2 editions on DVD, and I have 2 editions on Blu-ray. So I guess maybe The Thing holds the record.
I have Terminator 2 2 times on DVD, once on VHS, and once on Blu-ray. I have King Kong, the Peter Jackson one, 2 different DVDs, the 2 discs in the Ultimate Edition, and the Blu-ray. That's it. I don't really buy a lot of duplicates. I'm going to be getting Hellboy on DVD, Director's Cut, and Blu-ray.
Oh, wait a minute. Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane, I have the 50th anniversary on VHS. It's the big box set that you can see in most of my videos. One of my viewers sent me the Laserdisc recently. I've also owned it on DVD, and I have the 70th anniversary Blu-ray of it as well. Love Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot think of a movie that I've double dipped on.
Yeah,
I've double dipped on a few.
quadruple and quintuple dipped on quite a few.
Yeah, I usually sell my older edition unless there's special features
Actually,
I want.
no, I take that back. I have double dipped on The Dark Knight and Batman Begins.
Oh, they got the steelbooks?
I have the trilogy.
The trilogy set. Right.
I had the Batman Begins on DVD. And then I got the Dark Knight 2-disc edition with the lenticular cover on Blu-ray, and then I got the trilogy on Blu-ray.
After Rivera says Gojira Godzilla, 3 DVDs, 2 Laserdiscs, 1 VHS, and 1 Blu-ray. Actually, Godzilla I've had on a few formats as well. I think only on VHS and Bluray though. Or no, I have it on DVD as well. Yeah, so VHS, DVD, Blu-ray.
Is one that I had on VHS, then I got on DVD. Go ahead, Stout.
What, Stout?
The ones I can think of off the top of my head, I had Jurassic Park on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. The Riddick trilogy, or I at least had Pitch Black on VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray. There are a couple more that I can think of. Yeah.
Actually, Jurassic Park is another one for me as well. I had it.
Yeah, for me too.
I had it on Laserdisc, then I had the trilogy on DVD, and then the trilogy on Blu-ray now.
Star Wars?
No, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Oh, I had that on VHS and DVD.
Actually,
and Blu-ray.
Yeah, Star Wars.
I stole it from my ex because she wasn't.
Now, I've had access to a lot of different editions of Star Wars over the years, but the ones that I personally have owned, and still own actually, because I've never got rid of any of them, is the special edition version of the trilogy on VHS, the first box, the four-disc box set of the original trilogy on DVD, then the collector's edition re-release that includes the original theatrical versions of the original trilogy, and then of course the prequel trilogy. I have not purchased the Blu-ray set yet. I've never owned it on Laserdisc either. Oddly, you'd think that
thanks
would have been.
To Stout Man, I double dipped on Jurassic Park. I had Jurassic Park in the Lost World on VHS, and Stout Man awesomely sent me the Adventure Pack.
Oh, there you go. Because I guess because he upgraded to the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I
didn't have any of the Jurassic Park movies on DVD.
Nice.
Star Wars, I had a cam rip from the original run of Return of the Jedi that my dad got when he was in Belgium because it wasn't going to come out for another 2 years. So we have that. Plus, I had the official release on VHS, the special edition of VHS, the Laserdiscs. The single disc Laserdiscs, and one of the special edition return on the special edition Laserdisc, the DVD set and the Blu-ray set my dad has, but I'm gonna get that eventually.
Gotcha. Manic says I've suffered through the Rhino era of Transformers DVDs before getting the Shout Factory DVDs.
Oh yeah, I did that too.
Very wise, very smart upgrading to the Shout Factory set because it really is an upgrade over the Rhino ones. Rhino ones are so fucked up.
Yeah, for me, Star Wars was interesting. I gloriously held on to my black box THX remaster of the first remastering of Star Wars on VHX. On VHS.
VHX in THS.
But then the next time I would ever get Star Wars ever again is just recently when I pulled the original, the same versions of the movie off of the gold box DVD releases. The special features had the original theatrical runs.
Oh, that's what I've got. Yeah, I got those.
And those are those. I have those digitally, and those are the only things I have.
Yeah. The only drawback to those, of course, is that they were done in 4:3 letterbox instead of anamorphic widescreen, so you lose
There's
it.
just the rips right from the Laserdisc Masters, aren't
It's
they?
from the Laserdisc Masters. A lot of people say it's
Oh.
from the Laserdisc. No, it's not from the
No.
Laserdisc. It's from the Masters used to make the Laserdiscs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're great quality. They're just in widescreen, which is
Non-anamorphic,
they're non-anamorphic, so you lose a lot of resolution with that. But
I will still gladly watch them because when it comes to Star Wars, I'm a bit of a purist.
that's the version I'll be showing Rosie very soon. Maybe even sometime over the course of the 2-week visit we're having right now, actually, because we started watching the first one back when she was 3, but she was enjoying it, but she was still a little bit fidgety, couldn't really sit still for a movie. Now she's more apt to sit through a movie, especially if I'm watching it. Especially if I'm watching it with her. She's 5.5, and I was 5 when I saw the first Star Wars movie for the first time. So I would just
that's good age.
I just love to be able to give her that experience. I mean, it's funny. She already knows who a lot of the characters are just from my books and toys and stuff like that, and she still remembers, I think, some of the bits that she's seen before. Oh, almost 11. Time for a parade of buses.
Spotted Feather is saying that hopefully Disney will put out anamorphic versions of the trilogy.
Yeah, hopefully.
We're
all
that's what I'm
hoping
saying. I
for
got
that.
confused in the conversation. The versions I have on my computer are in anamorphic widescreen.
No, they're not. They are cropped. There is no anamorphic widescreen.
Or they're not the special, or the special edition.
They were taken from that and cropped so that it's forced into 16 by now. But it's basically just taking the widescreen image and blowing it up. It's not the same as anamorphic.
Could have sworn. Let me check it again.
There is no
I could have
anamorphic. There's no anamorphic version available. Like, there's no source that anybody could make
Bootleg
that
only.
from.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
There's a bootleg source where the guy took as much of the Blu-ray as he could, and then just spliced in the non-special edition stuff.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's a decent. It's decent to watch, but
Yeah.
still bootleg.
Is there a
I
hope?
was going to say,
AC asks, is there a hope of the original movies coming out to Blu-ray now that Lucas is out of the picture? I assume so, since Disney likes money. Well, that's what we were saying. We're all kind of hoping, but I mean, there's no official word whatsoever. But I mean,
They are doing a re-release of the set.
and anything is possible.
How do you know that?
Yeah, source, please. Source, link.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing a re-release with the at least the Disney logo on it.
Oh,
I'm guarantee you that.
yeah, that's.
there we go.
Where did you see that? I still
But Disney-
don't believe you.
Disney always takes things that they buy and they re-release it.
Oh God,
again
Rob, I'm not
with their
gonna.
Disney logo.
Rob, I'm not gonna spoil a thing. I'm gonna just go in cold, and she can hide in Daddy's armpit during the scary bits and stuff like that. But I mean, it'll be fine. I'm not gonna ruin anything for her. I'm gonna record her reactions too.
Good lord. Just out of curiosity, I went into VLC and I turned on post-processing.
Oh, yeah. See, all they've done is they've cropped out the image. They just cropped off all the black and just kept the image area.
Not
Well,
that,
it's better
everything
than the
was all-
fucking VCD copies I have in
Well,
full
yeah,
screen.
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, besides that, these look fantastic. These are...
Oh God, yeah, Patrick. Patrick says the Dragon Ball Z sets released between 2007 and 2009. That's the orange box season sets. Are way worse than the Rhino Transformer sets. Yeah, because they're DNR'd to hell, and they're cropped into widescreen. They actually chopped off the top and bottom to make it widescreen. It's a fucking travesty. I really wish they would finish the Blu-rays that they were putting out, because the Blu-rays are absolute perfection. They're just beautiful.
We all know they're on hold for a definite amount of time.
I know.
Very sad.
It is very sad. Cause,
I'm not a friend, but I know a lot of people who really want it. So
Yeah.
not a fan.
No, I mean, I picked up the two that were released just because they were on clearance, and I thought, yeah, you know what? Let's check out some of this Dragon Ball Z. Everybody's been raving about it for ages, and it's some modern classic of anime and epic saga thing going on, so why not? So I checked it out. I still haven't finished watching all of them, but I definitely like what I've seen. It's fun. It's a fun show. It's got
Which we need to finish.
It's got a very epic quality to it, which I dig that kind of thing. So
We stopped on the last episode of the first disc.
I know. Yeah, we'll get back to that one of these days. I won't watch them without you.
Well, if you eventually
I'll
if you
wait.
eventually finish out Dragon Ball Z, there's an awesome YouTube group called Team 4-Star that does abridged
Yes.
versions of
I've
them.
seen, I've,
Comedic abridges, and they're
Mm.
hilarious. They're one of the best things ever.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I've
Team
seen
Fortress.
those. I've seen those around before. I haven't watched any of them,
I mean, if you ever get to the end of the Vegeta saga, then just watch the Vegeta saga abridged.
but there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah, didn't we figure it out? The Vegeta saga is like the first 39 episodes, and then,
Something like that.
but the Blu-rays stop at episode 34.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Come on.
Let me check my sources.
Yeah, 39 for the Vegeta saga.
That's what I thought, yeah. Well, I'm sure I can find the last 5 episodes somewhere. In fact, I think I already have them on my...
Probably good quality too.
I think I already have them on my hard drive somewhere. Actually, most of the like the torrents and stuff floating around out there are made from the season sets.
Actually, the last 5 episodes are the lead up to the Namekian saga. So they're actually...
Oh yeah,
Wait,
the actual. I did check it out because I have Power Level 1.2, the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So the last episode on the Blu-ray, I won't lead in, does actually technically end the Saiyan saga.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's the episode after that starts the Namek saga.
Yeah.
Okay,
Even though
then.
it's considered on the list of episodes, the last 5 episodes are considered the Saiyan saga, but they
Gotcha.
should be part of the Namekian saga.
But it's not what you need to see to fully see the Saiyan saga.
Yeah, so
Alrighty.
apparently they actually were smart in the head.
Alright,
Yeah.
so it's not so bad after all then.
So you technically, you on Blu-ray, we did get the entire Saiyan saga.
Alright, well that's good.
That's something at least.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. Well,
Yeah,
hopefully
I-
someday. Hopefully
I
someday.
did read
they'll
about
finish it.
that, Roth, as well. There is a new DBZ animated movie in the works.
Yeah, Wrath of the Gods or something like that.
Yeah,
It looks pretty good. Funny thing about that one, it's supposed to basically be a new timeline, and GT is totally non-existent now.
See, I understand why people didn't like GT, but on its own, it's not bad.
Yeah, I watched it, the bad variation that they did on Cartoon Network,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so
God.
I never really got the actual experience.
Yeah, I actually watched it in this order here, which is, I believe, the Dragon Boxes, I think, released them. Because that's where my rips are from. Not saying that I have rips. But my
Not
sources...
saying I
You
would
mean
really
the-
download them at all.
You mean the sets that Steve sent you?
Yep.
Sure, yeah. Let's go with that. But
Steve's a great friend.
I love Steve.
Vermin Art says, I don't think they will ever do Back to the Future 4, which is a good thing. I think the trilogy perfectly wraps it all up. I agree.
Amen.
Plus, Christopher
would,
Lloyd is
yeah.
like 800 years old now, and Michael J. Fox can, well, he's
Yes.
not doing too
Exactly, Vermin Art. The Back to the Future games are probably the closest thing to a fourth movie, and it's a very good game.
well. There you go.
Yes, it is. I
Yeah.
played the first chapter and went, I want this.
Yes,
The
they
first
have
chapter
the
is
first
free.
chapter. If you
Oh.
ever want to check it out, the first chapter is free on PSN.
Yes.
And it's fantastic.
Yes. Frank says,
I bought and played the whole game, by the way, and it was very good.
Frank says, I did enjoy the cartoon series, yes. And I remember hearing rumors a few years back it was coming out on DVD, but we never heard anything more about it.
I can see it coming from Mill Creek. That'd be a good place.
That'd be good, but I don't think they
Yeah,
get.
Come on, Milk
I don't
Creek,
think they get
listen.
anything from Universal though.
Come on, Echo Bridge. Come on, whoever the fuck.
Anybody?
You-
How about
Yeah,
just
Bridge.
fucking Universal? I mean, it's a Universal show. Why does Universal give no love to their animated stuff? You know, Back to the Future, Family Dog, Season 2 of Exo Squad, anyone? You know, come on.
Please, season 2 of Expo Squad.
I know.
Dallin, that is funny in a dark sort of way.
But
MJ Fox doing one hell of a shit cocktail.
Yep.
I have
I know.
I have the 3 laser discs they released of episodes of Back to the Future the Animated Series. Total of 12 of the 26 episodes there. And then I have an additional 4 episodes from the VHS releases. I actually have the original VHS tapes. So I've got a total of 16 of the 26 episodes, including the premiere episode, which is good. So
Are they chronologically in order, at least?
no, they're all over the place.
Damn.
But if I ever do rips of them, I'll put them in order.
What is this? I missed the half of this conversation.
Back to the Future animated series.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of these days, I'm going to start collecting stuff from the.
They released
Battletoads.
they released a good chunk of them on VHS, and they only released 12 of them on
Hot.
Laserdisc.
Sorry.
Did you say
Let's see here.
Battletoads the animated series? All one episode?
No, what I was going to say, I was going to start collecting stuff from Battletoads. Like, I'm going to try to find
Oh,
all the NES games, the Super Nintendo game, and then I want to find the VHS release of the one episode of friggin' Battletoads.
I have that.
I know you do, and you.
I'm
irritate
keeping
me
it.
for the fact that you do.
Let's see here. Does Steve have Back to the Future? Steve has Back to the Future.
So I was just checking, Steve.
Season 1 and Season 2 on BTN.
Yeah, there was 2.
Nice.
There was two 13-episode seasons.
I was asking Steve earlier about Unsolved Mysteries.
Oh, you want me to
If
check?
he had like the entire series or something. No, he only has like the official DVD.
I have private Steve collect access, so let me see what they have there.
Private Steve access. That sounds
Season
kind of
one,
dirty.
Yeah, if you're really
know how
if
you
you're
got that,
friends
Will.
with Steve, he'll give you private access to things that he doesn't give to other people.
No, all of the collections that were previously available legally are the ones that you can find on Steve.
On Steve.
From Steve.
You mean from Steve?
Yes. That's of course, from Steve. I misspoke. I'm slightly drunk.
You can find on Steve, yes.
Hey, now it's not illegal to ask Steve if he has something.
Well, this is true. Hey, Muska's here. Hi, Muska.
So, okay, actually, here's a question that will be delayed, but for the chat, who out there is a fan of the Red Green Show? I figured I'd mention this in the live chat because it is a pretty awesome bit of
Canadianness.
Yes.
Canadianness. Yes.
For sure. Oh, well,
One of the best things from
absolutely.
Canada.
So
Sorry.
if people are interested, I will share. You know.
Giant Guy is just asking me if I've seen any episodes of Red Dwarf Series 10. I've seen all episodes of Red Dwarf Series 10. I watched them as they came out. I haven't picked up the Blu-ray yet, but I definitely will. It's the only
God,
season
those
I don't
fucking
have in my
hilarious.
collection. Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was a really, spot-on return to form for the whole gang. It was like they'd never
It
left.
was honestly one of my favorites. Having seen them all now, that was one of my favorites.
It was really good. Yeah.
It's just the episode where the fucking machine falls on top of Lister.
Oh, Lister falls on top of the machine, and he's trying to get it up.
It's like a reverse. It's a reverse of that famous Spider-Man story. He's trapped under the machine. Reversed. He's trapped.
Okay, so it looks like we do have a couple of Red Green fans in the chat.
Absolutely.
So if you go, since I can't post links, I'll just have to tell you how to get to it. It's very simple. You just go to YouTube, type in the Red Green Show. You can find their official channel. They have started posting every episode of the show in full 1080p, as much as that says.
Well, it's a standard def show, but they're encoding
they're
it in
taking-
1080p to get the higher bit rate and better quality.
Yes, exactly. So
Sounds gotta boost
if you want
that,
to watch
too.
the show again, you can head over to YouTube, check that out.
Is it
Definitely,
Red Green TV? For their
it's
thing?
the Red Green Show.
Yeah,
it's,
he's talking about the channel.
the-
It's called
the
Red
channel.
Green TV, right?
Yeah.
The channel is called.
I
You
think
will
it's
love
Red Green
Alex.
TV.
You will love Red Green Show. The big thing is he has a segment in like almost every episode where he duct tapes something together to make something else.
Yeah. Mhm.
Man of my own heart.
He builds everything with duct tape.
Yes, Red Green TV. Yes.
Well, there you
Thank you,
go.
Alex.
Yeah.
Red Green TV is the channel name. it over there if you like.
Red Green TV, all one word.
Yeah.
There
Yep.
you go. So youtube.com/redgreenTV. And if you go to their, specifically go to their playlists, because the playlists actually have all the episodes organized by season. And they also have other videos of just clips, notable funny clips from the show and stuff. But if you want to watch them all, they're in the process of posting every single episode from every single season there. And it is official, it is legal, there's nothing fishy about it. It's the official channel. They just decided to do that because they recently got the rights back in-house, basically, from PBS, so they're able to do that now. And apparently quite nice quality because they're all straight off the original master tapes. So they're as good as, if not better than, the DVDs.
If you go to Amazon.canada.ca, there is a complete box set.
So
That's right,
don't not fire up your YouTube downloaders and don't not download these episodes.
Reactive Rivera says, Christian Bale back as Batman? Are you talking about the Justice League movie? God, let's hope not. I want
Dear
that
God,
to be... I
That's
want it
not
to
going
be
happen.
a fresh start.
Here's the thing
But
about
Christian
that
Bale wants to
fucking
do currently
rumor.
Batman on TV.
Here's the fucking thing about that rumor. They said a year ago, when they started talking about the JLA movie, they said straight out, Christian Bale is not going to be Batman in this movie. They're going to go with a new Batman, or they're not going to go with Batman at all, which, of course, everyone was like, what the fuck? How can you not have Batman? But, they said a year ago. Why would they just go and say, no, we changed our minds. Christian Bale's Batman. I mean, what the
Justice
fuck?
a Justice League movie needs to have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Doesn't have those strings, it's not worth watching.
Yeah.
Whoever happens to play them, that's fine, but it has to have those three characters in it in some fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where that news came from. If it came from Latino movie reviews, though, fuck those guys.
Yeah, it
They
did.
are fucking full of shit.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was from them, and then one of the other comic book sites echoed it, and it was like, if you doubt their legitimacy of their predictive capabilities, they predicted this, this, and this, and this, so it's probably going to be true.
They also predicted Planet Hulk, and that didn't come out to be true.
Well, that remains to be seen. That we don't know.
It's bad.
What?
You just gotta look like you have this whole
To be honest, Latino
I'll tell you
Review,
look on your face.
as much as I hate that site, the guy is eerily accurate a lot of the time. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope I like the idea of the Planet Hulk thing, the way they laid it out. I think that's a great idea. And I would be totally down with that if that's the way they did it.
People were saying Bradley Cooper as Batman.
Come on, Will Smith.
Okay. So, here's my problem. Look, you can't have both a good Bruce Wayne and good Batman. It's just not possible. Look at Michael Keaton. Great Bruce Wayne, not great Batman.
I disagree.
Opinion, okay.
I think he was great as both.
George Clooney was a fantastic Bruce Wayne, terrible Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But then you look at, a lot of the...
See, Michael Keaton is the standard by which all of this should be judged, because he was perfect as both. He was the one who started the whole raspy Batman voice that everybody else has emulated since. That started with Michael Keaton. He started that. That was his. He did that.
Thanks,
Him.
Michael Keaton.
I get to blame Michael Keaton for
thanks,
Christian
Michael.
Bale now.
Christian Bale just made it stupid, but all the other Batmans, like Kevin Conroy's performance, based on Michael Keaton. Everybody else, based on Michael Keaton.
I'm sorry, Adam West will always be Batman.
Adam West was always Adam West. It was just Adam
And
West.
Adam West was always Batman.
Adam West
Adam
in a
West.
Batman
You cannot
suit.
think Adam West
Adam West
and
penis?
not think about
Adam
Batman.
West penis?
No.
Would you like some Adam West penis? Would you like some Adam West penis?
Oh, God.
Muska says George Lucas confirms original cast members for Star Wars Episode 7. Muska, you know I love you dearly, but that's really old news to us already.
Well, okay. It was confirmed, and then they were saying that it wasn't confirmed, and just this week it was like reconfirmed.
Yeah, okay.
So,
But we all knew it was going to happen.
well,
What's
yeah.
I would
Val
tend to
Kilmer.
believe it more when Disney says they confirm it. not
Well, I
George
wouldn't say that
Lucas.
Val Kilmer was just Val Kilmer in both roles. He did the raspy Batman voice as well, so
He was a better Batman than he was Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Cast Stoudman as Batman. The box office would implode on itself.
Yeah, actually, I did like Val Kilmer as
Next
Batman,
wave as an
but,
adult swim series. What do you think?
That'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be would be
but
awesome.
he was a little too stiff as Bruce Wayne, I thought.
This will be me as Bruce
Not that
Wayne.
good.
Oh my god, you guys!
I
That's so
think it's
amazing!
Don't ever do that again, stuff.
Raptor says cast Stoudman as Batman.
It's icky bats! Get him away! Ew.
Yeah, Rob Jensen says Kilmer was good at Batman's detective side, but no menace really.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I guess.
Kilmer kind of felt like a detective in a bat costume. Really bad.
Speaking of Kilmer, Spotted Feather says anyone for Real Genius 2? Honestly,
No.
at this point, no. It's way too late. But I love the first one.
A remake could be okay though.
Frank says he loves the Batman 90s cartoon series. Frank, we all love the Batman 90s cartoon series. That was
Yeah.
It's the cartoon that most cartoons should be held against because it was one of the best.
Yeah, it's easily the greatest adaptation of Batman outside of the comics ever.
And easily
And-
the best fucking cartoon to come out of the 90s, bar none, period.
It is
No
hands down the best cartoon in the
discussion.
90s. It is one
Yeah.
of considered, I think, one of the best cartoons of all time.
Yeah,
Easily.
it's fantastic. Yeah. The end. We're talking about a live-action Batman Beyond movie. You have my full attention. You know, a lot of people say that, but I don't really see that ever happening. Like, ever.
Batman Beyond.
That would
You know,
be cool.
I think it's just,
Look.
it's too much of a niche fan
Exactly,
base.
it's exactly where it's going.
Yeah.
Batman Beyond has great fan base, but
Yeah.
one, they tried to introduce him to main DC continuity and failed. His series bombed because no one bought it. There's a reason for that. He's very niche.
Yeah.
His fans are very vocal, making it sound like it's something really wanted, but it's not, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's
Alan
the
says
one I watched.
steak. I actually had steak earlier today. I dug up the steak I had in the freezer and fired it up.
I watched an old comedy today. This is totally ruined
Frank
Batman.
asks if I've seen Mask of the Phantasm and Sub-Zero. Yes, multiple times on multiple formats. I used to have the laser discs of both of them. I now have the DVDs of both of them, and I've watched them both many times over.
I had the VHS of Mask of Phantasm, the little comic book.
I think they are both fantastic movies. I love both of them. I haven't really seen much of Batman Beyond Raptor. I like what little I've seen. I'd like to pick up the complete series set at some point so I can just sit down and marathon the shit out of it. But I can't really say much about it because I haven't seen much of it. But I've seen enough to know that I want to see more of it. I'll put it that way.
Return of the Joker is like one of the best things from that series. Is their little animated movie.
Yeah, I have
It's good.
I have the animated movie. I haven't actually watched it yet. I've had it for ages.
You don't need to see it. There's no continuity involved. You can just watch it whenever.
All right. Well, maybe I'll check it out.
Well,
sometime.
I mean, other than the first
episode
episode.
of Batman Beyond.
Yes, other than the first episode of Batman Beyond, yes. Which doesn't really matter. So.
Batman Beyond and Static Shock were of the post-Batman Superman adventures, which, while fun, didn't last long enough for either series.
Also,
says
Zeta
Muska.
9, I believe. Is that right? Fuck,
Oh,
this is
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, it was a
Project Zeta?
I think that was it. Yeah, it was a spin-off of Static Shock, wasn't it?
Yes.
But the giant robot?
No, set in the future.
Oh, so it's set in Batman, sequel to Batman Beyond.
Okay,
Yes, it's Project Zeta.
gotcha.
So those three in Zeta crashed after I think maybe 8 episodes, even though I think they produced a bunch.
Yeah, Rob, for some reason they kept the Batman Beyond set in print and easily accessible, which is why I haven't been in a big rush. I don't know why they didn't do that with the Batman animated series set. It just seemed like it went out of print almost as soon as it appeared.
Because God hates you, because
Yeah.
they knew you wanted it.
Oh, hey, Giant Guy says he just watched the whole series of Wolverine and the X-Men on YouTube. Damn, that series was good. It really
Never
was.
seen
It really was, and it's just a crying shame that it got canned after one season. Because I think it was the best X-Men series since the 90s one. It was a great
What are you doing, Stout?
It was a great update of it.
He's poking himself currently.
Are you a zit?
Maybe. Maybe I'm a woofer.
Woof, woof, woof.
Those woofer sounds, they made me think of, like, dogs kind of snuffling. And I'm sure that was part of the sound effects they used. Oh, yeah, there we go. Speaking of 90s X-Men.
I don't care what you guys talk about. I'll play intros and trailers and shit.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that whole series on DVD. Do you think a live-action Silverhawks could work? No,
Not in the least.
I don't.
No. Dear God.
Just like I still don't think a live action Transformers would work, which I've been proven correct so far.
Oh, Raptor Rivera says the complete series set does not contain the Static Shock crossovers or the Justice League episode Epilogue, which is the true series finale to Batman Beyond. Was that in Justice League or Justice League Unlimited?
Unlimited.
Okay. Then I don't have it. So I've got Justice League on Blu-ray. But no Justice League Unlimited, unfortunately.
Yeah, because they switched to a more single episode format with Unlimited versus the 2-episode
Gotcha.
format.
Yeah, I noticed that with
And
Justice
just
League, it
like-
was mostly multi-parters.
The whole series is multi-part.
Which I
Yeah,
liked,
every last
actually.
episode.
Which I liked, actually. It gave it a more, like, it gave the stories a more epic scope, I thought. Allowed them.
It was like a bunch of movies, basically.
Yeah, it gave them more room to
Yep.
to do bigger stories, which was, I thought was pretty awesome. I still have to finish watching those.
It's the only series I don't own from the 90s.
Completely missed it when it was originally on, so the Blu-rays are actually
Me
my
too.
first time watching it.
I mean, I've seen it since then, here and there, but
It's
on,
really
like,
good.
reruns, but the first run I did not see the whole
Yeah,
thing.
no, it's really good. I like it.
I like the format of Unlimited though more, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest with you. Where it was like, we're gonna choose any random character that has ever been in the Justice League, and we're gonna make a story with them, and that's really cool.
So
You
it
get
was
a lot
more
of-
like focused on the single character stories kind of thing?
No. There was like they were like, oh, there's a threat, facing the galaxy. Martian Manhunter returned, like you, and
Huh.
you, Captain Atom, shrinking Violet, who's here from the future, and so go stop this person, and so you get 3 people or 2 people or 4 people.
So it
go to
focused
save
on
the
smaller, like... Well, that was more like Justice League Unlimited was more like they had their space base kind of thing, and it was just like heroes from all over the frickin' place.
That's right. Yeah.
I remember I actually on one, I forget which was one of the DC animated movies, had the premiere episode of that on as one of the extras, and I remember watching that, and I really dug it because it was all about Green Arrow being invited to join the Justice League.
Yeah,
That's like the first episode.
And I was
It
like,
is, yeah.
yeah, it is, yeah. And I was like, oh, sweet, Green Arrow.
Just so everyone knows, Justice League is not 90s. It's 2001.
It's still.
Is it? Well, it's still out of that,
2000
you
No,
know,
it's the same universe.
2001.
same
No,
universe,
yes,
same
it's in the same universe.
from the same, string of awesome
Yeah.
shows.
So what I liked about it is you have to focus on some of the more obscure characters I've always wanted to see in animated features.
Gotcha.
Like the Atom.
One of my favorite episodes is with Booster Gold.
Booster Gold.
Yeah, he's like, there's a conflict in the city, so literally the entire Justice League is mobilized in Metropolis. And he
I remember this.
basically he's negated to crowd control on the outskirts of the battle, and he's super pissed. He has his own adventure, but every once in a while he crosses over into the main adventure, and one of his partners was Elongating Man.
Elongated Man.
Elongated Man,
Elongated Man, and he's
Ralph Disney.
Elongated Man has this whole little diatribe about how he's there's 2 Elastic heroes, and why do you need 2?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Man
It's
gets
one
picked
of
for
my
the adventures, and yeah.
Yeah, it's always Plastic Man that gets picked, and
Ralph
Elongated
Disney.
Man always
is one of my favorites. I loved him.
And it's the one one episode that sticks with me the most for whatever reason. Even it's awesome. Because like Booster Gold's being, I don't know if he's a total, his self-centered self.
Yep.
So it's just like, why am I not on the front line? I'm Booster Gold.
Giant guy asks if any of you. Good night, Frank. Giant guy asks if any of you guys have seen that shitty 1997 JLI TV movie. Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
The one where they all lived in an apartment together.
They
That was the
Fire
Hall of
and
Justice.
Ice, two of the most useless
What?
characters from the 90s.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
TV movie. Is it live
Yeah.
action?
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah.
it's
Oh
terrible.
my god, this looks like shit.
It was live action. It was basically an unaired pilot that did not get picked up.
I'm seeing like the team. It's like Captain Atom,
Yeah.
Random Chicken Green, Flash Green Lantern, and
Fire.
Other Chicken Blue.
And,
Is it Fire and Ice?
yeah.
Okay.
The
it's
worst
Fire and
rendition of
Ice.
those characters, and they're useless to begin with, so. I can produce fire, I can produce ice, great. We already have heroes that can do that. Some of them which can do both at the same time. Why are you here again?
Oh, you're talking about Roth. You're talking about Invasion USA. There was another show called Invasion, which was a live action show. But Invasion USA was basically
Chuck Norris movie.
not Invasion. Fuck! Now you got me confused. It was something like that. Anyway, it was like an animated alien invasion miniseries.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it was never released on DVD. But I got a copy of it from basically back in my tape trading days. Someone sent me a DVD of it. And Generation X, yes, I actually have Generation X recorded off TV from the night it premiered.
Oh, me too, yeah.
Yeah.
Did it ever air again?
I don't know. Maybe in a repeat. I actually liked Generation X, and especially because it was the first time we'd ever seen any kind of attempt at a live-action X-Men movie, and so I was pretty excited about that. I really liked the chick who played Jubilee. I also really liked the fact that Matt Frewer was the main villain in it, and
I love Matt Frewer.
He just fucking chews up the scenery in that.
We had this discussion, maybe even on a live stream, where I went
don't
off
even
on a
remember.
diatribe about how much I love Matt Frewer.
Yeah.
And how he needs more work, always.
Yeah. I was kind of bummed that Generation X didn't get picked up as a series, 'cause it was obviously meant to be a pilot, but, oh well. No, that was a great year for genre stuff, because, I don't know, about 6 months prior to that, they had the Doctor Who TV movie, which is Doctor Who's long-awaited return to TV after being off the air for 7 years. Again, backdoor pilot that didn't get picked up. And then, a few months later, they had Generation X. And I was like, sweet, there's so much cool stuff on that isn't getting picked up as a series. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, it was all Fox. What do you expect?
I'm Fox. I'm gonna put the same bullshit on. I'm gonna commission pilots and then just say, "Oh, this did great. Let's not make it."
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck you, Fox. That's all I have to say.
Fox has been notorious for decades for being.
Joshua Van Meter says, "Who would you want to see play Edison Carter in a remake of Max Headroom? Matt Frewer or nothing?"
He could totally do it. It's a CGI job.
He could still do it easily.
I'd say the closest thing you got was Jim Carrey. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah, but still wouldn't be the same. I mean, the thing was, he was Max Headroom. I mean, that was so much of his personality and comedic style in that character. Like, really, nobody else could play him. Spotted Feather asks, did I like Mutant X? I never actually saw it. I remember hearing about it, but I never actually caught it when it was on.
It was alright.
It's all out on DVD over here.
And there's that Birds of Prey show that was also alright.
Birds of Prey I liked. I did watch that one. I actually liked the unaired version of the pilot better than the aired version. However, I liked the series version of Harley better than the pilot version of Harley. So if they somehow mixed those two, I'd be very happy. Verminart says, shame they didn't continue that Total Recall TV series. Yeah, Total Recall 2070. They did release that on DVD over here. I think they have it out your way as well. I just finished watching it fairly recently, actually. I really enjoyed it. I thought it had a lot more in common with Blade Runner than Total Recall, and I was okay with that.
I personally
really-
like Viper. Remember that show?
Viper, I remember that, yeah.
God, if they ever remake that, that would be a sad day.
Sean, do you think we'll ever get Cloverfield 2 or 28 months later? Probably
cares?
28 months later. I don't know about Cloverfield 2, though. Maybe.
Who cares? Like,
I want a Cloverfield too.
yeah.
I really liked Cloverfield. What do you got against
I liked it.
Cloverfield?
I don't know. I like the movie. It's just like it doesn't need a sequel. It's fine.
Whatever.
I'm
If it's
being
good.
I think it's not really the way
Normally.
we envision a sequel, or the way we hope for a sequel, it would be another perspective, not so much another sequel. So
That
I
might
mean,
be- that
the
might
thing
be
is, the
interesting.
movie was that'd be not like a direct sequel, just another perspective. Because
Right,
we saw like
and
the
that'd be
person
cool.
on the street perspective. What if we saw like a news reporter's perspective or a military perspective?
That'd be interesting, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Ralph Southey asks, how about Mortal Kombat Conquest, the TV series? I would love to see that get put out on DVD, actually.
No thanks.
Well, fuck you.
Never into it.
Well,
But I'm glad someone likes it.
I liked what I saw of it. I have a torrent of it kicking around here somewhere. I still haven't watched it.
You mean something you borrowed it from Steve?
Yeah, I borrowed it from Steve. Yeah, exactly.
Steve's a very generous man.
He is. Shagon says, did you get my PM on YouTube about DS3 Awakened? Yeah, I think I read it here in the chat. Were you not here for that?
No, he wasn't. He just showed up.
Let me see.
Also,
Samurai?
don't repeat yourself.
Yes, I knew about the release date. I did not know about the price, though, so thank you for the heads up about the price. Oh, it's Shagon right there. Duh, you put it in the message. Yeah, so $10. Yeah, I figured it would be $5 or $10. I didn't know. I have seen the trailer. Looks freaking epic. Yeah. So, and nice, good news that we're going to be able to carry over all our saved items, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. Basically, my plan is to just pick up like a $20 PSN card sometime this week, and then I'll grab it when it comes. I might even be able to grab it the day it comes out, actually.
Depends.
Get that going. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm waiting for some money to come through,
Yep.
and then we'll see. It should be. I should have it by Tuesday, so should be good.
Oh, fuck you, Mini Cooper. I hate you. Anyways.
Oh,
Mantis.
Muska,
Mantis is a great show.
Muska says the Cloverfield monster was adorable. It looked like a lost puppy at the end.
Cloverfield 2. You mean a Pacific Rim?
Oh.
Yeah, PSN does cards. Absolutely. You can get, I think, like $20, $50, $100 cards. And it's basically just for use on the PSN network.
Mainly, I only see the $20 cards when places.
Yeah.
I usually see like the 20 and 50. Those are the two I usually
Only
see.
way
Yeah, I've
the
never
100
seen the $100 ones.
I think the 100s are
Yeah.
at GameStop, to be honest with you.
Oh,
You're
okay.
behind the counter, I think.
Yeah.
You get to ask for them.
Well, I mean,
Not that it really matters if they get stolen.
yeah. I mean,
Actually,
if they're
there's
not
ways.
activated, they're useless.
There are ways. There are ways.
Uh huh. Man, an ordinary man with the powers of an ordinary man. Giant Guy says he's going to order the Universal Monsters Essential Collection on Blu-ray tomorrow. That set looks great. Are you talking about the one in the coffin or the regular set that's basically all the same contents as the coffin one?
Regardless, he should mail it to me.
Yeah, that is a pretty gorgeous set. I definitely like to pick those up. Just so they just slammed us with awesome sets, like back to back, right before Christmas and right after Christmas, I think. And
Yep.
It was like, really? Why are you releasing all this awesome shit all at the same time? Like, we don't all have thousands of dollars at our disposal that we can just drop on all these big box sets of shit. So,
Really, their target demographic apparently does.
no, yeah, I guess, yeah. Shagun
those
asks, have you seen the 2 latest Universal Soldier movies? I don't think I've actually seen any of the Universal Soldier movies,
The
so
newest 2 are supposed to be pretty decent.
so that would be a big no.
Oh, Nightman, that's a great show.
Did you ever see Nightman? I vaguely remember hearing about it, but I don't think I ever saw it.
I remember seeing the episode with Sludge, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Sludge!" It's a Malibu Comics character. I don't know if you're familiar.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was basically sewer Sludge animated, so he's basically Swamp Thing from the sewer.
I see. Okay.
All of Malibu's characters were kind of like a take on DC or Marvel characters, but with an interesting twist.
Yeah, I know. I remember Malibu Comics. I used to collect X Mutants, and the reason I
that doesn't count actually, because that was an indie comic that was picked up by Malibu. That's part of the universe.
Can I finish talking?
No,
No, you can't.
So I was
Sorry.
about to say the reason I collected X Mutants was because I collected the original indie comic, and I was happy
Right.
to see it brought back, even though it was a complete reboot with a completely different continuity and everything.
And I believe there's also a Dark Horse run also of X Mutants.
Which sucks because I really liked the story in the original indie version. It was just had a great. As I recall, it had just a really interesting set of characters and some genuinely powerful emotional moments and stuff, and it was just really well done.
Oh, it was a great show, great series.
Yeah.
No,
But then
I
the
seem to remember that the Dark Horse run picked up from the indie run. So
yeah, the Malibu one I remember being like really watered down, and it was more kind of.
They made Code Comics. That's why.
Yeah, and they did like a Genesis game that tied into it.
It was terrible.
Yeah, I collected most of the Malibu run. I think I missed the last few.
See, the same thing happened to my favorites, Dreadstar. They got picked up by Malibu, which was crap.
Dreadstar. Well, actually, Dreadstar was picked up by a few companies over its run, but Malibu did like a series of creator-owned comics. You know that? Are you talking about the 6-issue series that they did?
Yeah,
You know that was done by Jim Starlin,
I know. It just wasn't as good.
the original creator.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it was as good as this other
No.
show. They had to water it down a bit.
No, it wasn't. Well, it wasn't really watered down that much. I mean, the original was Epic Comics, then it went over to First Comics.
It was Marvel Epic first, Malibu, and then Dark Horse. I think finished off some.
What? No,
stories.
Dark Horse was never involved with Dreadstar. It was Epic, then it was First, and then later whatever it was, if it was Malibu that did it for the 6-issue miniseries. God, my brain is turning to mush now. I actually have issue 1/2 of the miniseries autographed by Jim Starlin, which was pretty cool.
I have the definitive collection, Bravura. That's the name of the imprint.
Bravura, yes, that's right. And they did a whole
Not Dark
bunch.
Horse. That is very similar.
Yeah, no, they did a whole bunch of like creator-owned miniseries. They had another one by Jim Starlin, Breed.
Yeah, Breed. I didn't like Breed, but
Breed and Breed 2. I have some issues of both of them. I don't think I have a complete run of either one though.
Yeah, I think a couple of years ago, there's a definitive collection, Volume 1, Part 1, from Dynamite Entertainment. I've got it signed by Jim Starlin.
Nice. That's actually one of the reasons I like Blake 7 is because it reminds me a lot of Dreadstar. Especially the early days of Dreadstar, where it was just basically a small group of them fighting the evil instrumentality.
Yeah, Jim Starlin's great at cosmic adventure. I mean, he did the Infinity
Space opera.
Gauntlet,
Space opera,
Infinity
man.
Crusade, Infinity War.
Yeah, no, he really is. I loved... Dreadstar was one of the comics that really got me into more of the independent stuff and the creator-owned stuff. So I've since collected quite a lot of the Epic Comics line. I really liked a lot of the stuff they put out, and a lot of indie comics. In fact, most of my collection, like I'd say a good quarter of it, maybe even a third of it, is all indie stuff, like indie and Epic stuff.
I like a lot of indie stuff.
So do I. I liked it because it was so not the typical type of comic books, and it was more genre stuff, a lot of sci-fi and fantasy and horror and stuff like that.
Grittier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
there's just
a lot of those things became popular at a time when I was getting into more gritty comics.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It was just a rawness to them. Right, Stout?
Yeah. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Good.
Right, Garbage Gamer?
I'm learning about the states.
Oh, okay.
Kansas is in the middle.
That's all you need to know. Yeah, I wish I still
I
had
forgot
my
about these.
Animaniacs set. The first set had the one that Wacko did was the, or Yakko, I guess it was. I don't know. I can never remember which one is which. Anyway, the one about
I know who Dot is.
the one about the countries. It was the one that wasn't him. It was the other one. The
Tall
taller.
one's Yakko. Because he likes to yak.
That one's Yakko.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
tall one's Yakko, and his little brother Wacko.
That's
is
what,
wacky.
okay. That's what I thought.
And
Yeah.
they're
Stout that gif with the cat.
Yakko. Oh, it was
Brilliant.
Yakko's World. That's what it was.
I thought you'd like it. What'd you think
Yeah.
of the tiger?
Yakko's
I actually
World.
like the movie Wacko's Wish.
Yeah,
That was actually pretty good.
I didn't even know there was a movie.
Me
It's
either.
pretty funny.
Fuck yes. Oh, I want that to come out on Criterion right fucking now.
What, the Animaniacs movie?
No. I was tumbling and I found an awesome like faux Criterion copy,
Mhm.
fake Criterions, you know,
Mhm.
for the Parallax View, which is
Hmm.
just a fucking awesome movie.
Huh. Okay.
I've never heard of it actually.
Nor have I.
Oh, you need to see it. Especially you, Skin Stuff. You would love that movie.
Does it have giant robots in it?
No,
Rocket
but
Punch.
And Megan Fox?
no,
And Shia LaBeouf?
especially now.
And
Nothing
boobs?
wrong with
the
Shia
very-
LaBeouf, by
that-
the way.
The opening scene takes place on the top of the Space Needle.
Cool. Well, that's close.
Look, Shia LaBeouf did a great job in Wall Street. Money Never Sleeps. All right, let's
Oh,
not be
fuck
so
you.
harsh on him. That's a
I
great
will be
movie.
as harsh as I want to be on that motherfucking notch.
Honestly, Skin Slip, I don't know why there's so much harshness towards Shia LaBeouf. He's one of the few sort of current, young, hot, popular actors that I
Actual
honestly
cannibal
don't
Shia
mind.
Yeah. Romanart, I don't believe in guilty pleasure movies. He asked which a guilty pleasure movie. I don't have one. I
Oh.
love everything with a passion.
To
or I don't like it.
him, there is simply pleasure or no pleasure. There's no such thing as
Exactly.
guilty pleasure, yeah.
The closest thing I could think of would be the Garbage Pail Kids, which is a terrible movie and it's really bad, and I know it, but I still like it. The worst movie I own.
It has the Beyonder in it, fucking with people.
The Garbage
Beyonder?
Pail movie?
Yeah, the dude that owns the shop, he's the fucking Beyonder.
Does he have the fro hair that
What?
and the white suit?
You imagine it, he does.
Cosmic being in a leisure suit.
Garbage Pail
I actually
Kids
collected
movie.
all of Secret Wars and Secret Wars 2 and all the crossovers. That was the one and
I
only
have a
time.
good chunk of the crossovers Super Wars too.
That was the only time I ever made an effort to collect all the crossovers of a big universe-spanning crossover event. And I was like, wow, I just bought a shit ton of comics from a shit ton of series that I never would have bought otherwise. I am never doing this again. And
The Secret
that's...
Wars 2 crossover.
And that's when Marvel and DC went crossover crazy. It was like every single major story from then on was a major universe-spanning crossover event. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out. I'm done collecting comics. And I actually stopped collecting comics because of that. I got so sick of it. Like
I think a lot of people did.
I used to collect X-Men. You know, back when there was one X-Men title.
You know, when it was 2 X-Men titles, that was fine. If
They
you
had-
only had 10 of them.
They had X-Men and New Mutants. And that was it. And then they brought out X Factor. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, X Factor sounds good. You know, bring back
X-Force.
the original team. And then they brought out X-Force. And then they had Excalibur. And then they had all these other fucking ones. And then they
Now,
had...
see, you're mixing it here. There's only 2 X-Men titles. There's X-Men and Uncanny X-Men.
Yeah.
All the rest are just vaguely related, and fuck them.
No. There was Uncanny X-Men and New Mutants. That was it. That was all they had. You're talking about like back. Like
no, I'm talking
originally.
about like from like 91 on. There's X-Men and Uncanny X-Men and everything before that, everything after that. Like the only X-Men title had the word X-Men in it, and that was it. Everything else was not necessary to read.
There was X-Men. There was X-Man. There was Astonishing X-Men. It went on and on and on. It got to be too much until it got to the point where they would publish guides, your guide to the X universe and how to follow all the stories. I'm like, how about you just cancel all these fucking other comics and make it one comic again? That'd be great. Can you do that?
At least 2. I can see 2 comics.
2 I can handle. 2 is what it was for a very long time, and I was happy with that. But fuck. But that was it. Honestly, the crossover craziness and the gimmick covers that would jack up the cover price just because it was a gimmick cover, and multiple covers where you'd have like 8 different covers for one issue. A lot of independent companies still do that shit, and I hate it.
Yeah, they're usually on much shorter print runs. So, like the alternate cover will be for every 25 the store ordered, they get one of them. So it literally is actually worth money. You know? Yeah,
and I hate that.
Wasn't as bad as recently. I think Justice League International,
America with 50
Justice League America did 50 covers.
What?
One for
each state.
Well, Godzilla #1 did I think it was 40 different covers. One with each comic shop that backed the project or whatever, and they got the comic shop stepped on by Godzilla on the cover.
Oh, right, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost bought the whole lot actually on eBay.
See,
how many covers were there?
I mean,
40, I think.
I mean, call me crazy. The reason I started collecting comics was for the stories and the artwork. I just enjoyed the stories and the artwork. I didn't care about all this collectability bullshit. I just
batshit insane.
I just wanted to enjoy some good stories, and then the fucking over merchandising, gouging the collectors bullshit completely ruined it for me.
Merchandising.
And that's
Baseball's
why
a flamethrower.
That's why I stopped collecting because
Baseball's a flamethrower. Baseball's a breakfast cereal.
Because it literally got to the point where you could not just collect one title. You had to collect them all, or you were getting incomplete stories, and you had no idea what the fuck was going on. And it's no wonder Marvel almost went bankrupt. Like, that was total bullshit.
Marvel did go bankrupt. Toy Biz bought them up.
They actually were They actually were pulled off the stock market for a bit.
Yeah, and then Toy Biz bought them out, which was a Marvel subsidiary. Don't ask me how that worked.
Apparently, that's one of the reasons Silver Surfer, the animated series, got canceled. Apparently, it was doing really well in the ratings, and it was doing really well critically, but it was just the time it was made.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, because it was fucking awesome.
Indeed.
Speaking of which, we got to marathon that one of these nights.
We absolutely should.
I haven't watched the set yet that Dave A Bunch of Numbers sent.
David A Bunch of Numbers, yay!
So stoked that he sent me that. He knew that was one of my holy grails. So many opportunities for them to release it here, and they never did.
Well, now I think they had to sell the rights to the character in Fantastic Four to Sony, so... Pretty much it's same with Spider-Man. Sony owns Fantastic Four and Spider-Man in a good chunk of them. Because when they signed the movie rights away, they actually signed part of the rights to the character away.
Wait, I thought Fox currently owned the rights to Fantastic Four.
But they bought... Yes, that's right. I apologize.
Yes.
Fox and Sony both bought their chunks of those characters, though.
Yeah, like Sony...
Potentially permanently.
Sony has Marvel... Sony has Spider-Man. Fox has Fantastic Four and X-Men, which
keep making movies.
Which sucks because they're trying to do the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they have these major Marvel characters and teams that they can't incorporate into that, which I think really sucks.
You were telling me if they could have put Spider-Man on the Avengers, Spider-Man would have been on the Avengers. Trust me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Somebody turned that down like morons.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're good. You know what? You're an idiot.
Yeah. So they put out a subpar Spider-Man movie just to keep the license alive.
Yep. And they're doing a sequel.
I know.
Another to a subpar movie.
Yeah. And they'll just keep doing
Lizard
subpar
looks
movies.
so retarded. That's my biggest issue. The lizard.
The look of the lizard.
Yeah, I'm like, he doesn't look like a lizard. He just looks like the Abomination from the Hulk film.
Yeah.
All you need to do is
Yeah,
give him a
that's kind of-
snout, and probably would have fixed it.
Yeah, everything else is
Yeah.
fine.
Shagon asks, "Hey Sean, got a question. Do video games have a region restriction system like movies and TV shows do?"
Yes.
Yeah, I believe they do. Plus, they're also based on, well, maybe not so much now with high def, but they also used to have limitations based on what video system they used, like if it was PAL or NTSC. So you couldn't play European games on an American system and vice versa.
Ow.
So
Now, the system and the disc both have a region or a country on them or a region on them, and then if they don't match, they won't play.
yeah.
It's stupid. There's no point to it.
It's why you would need to, like, if you wanted to play Japanese games on your PlayStation, you would have to get it modded. You have to get it actually physically soldered and cut and modified internally to
Yep.
break
Sadly,
that
that was
lock.
the case with the PS1 and PS2, but it's not with the PS3.
Really?
The PS3, since it's running Blu-ray discs, the only thing that limits it is the PAL NTSC format.
Yeah,
Japan is NTSC,
that's true.
so you can play Japanese import games on an American
As
PlayStation.
long as it's not
Really?
region locked.
As long as the game isn't hard-coded for region locking.
I
Correct.
thought the PS3 didn't have region locking.
Well, there's still
Uh,
A, B, C regions, and they still can.
Yeah.
They can apply them to the games. Not many games have them, but I do believe some have them.
I was talking
Some
about.
do,
I was
yes.
talking about movies
The A, B, and C region lock still exists for them.
for
Yeah,
PS3.
Yeah.
Really? Because I've
Yeah.
got quite a few discs from the UK that I've
There's-
never had a problem playing.
There's tons of discs out there that are region free and other
Oh, I know
countries.
that. I know that.
I-
But there was
I'm
some that
assuming
I.
that's what you have.
Yeah. There was some
Yeah.
that I thought.
That's one of
Japan.
the things I discovered.
No, Japan and North America are not the same Blu-ray region.
Yes, they are.
Are they?
Yep,
Yeah,
but
they're
the
on.
Japanese discs never have subtitles, so
Are you sure?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
They're-
pretty sure.
Well,
Yeah.
they're both NTSC. One's obviously NTSC.
Well, I know.
One's NTSC J.
Well, I know they're both NTSC, but
Go-
They are
Wikipedia, bro.
technically two different regions, but
I'm
they
too
run the
lazy.
same.
They're not the same. They're the region A.
so they're both Region A.
Yes. The problem is that 90% of Japanese releases don't have subtitles, so you're just watching a movie without subtitles. Or playing a game without subtitles. You need a translation elsewhere.
The hell was that?
Disturbing.
Yep, the rape fruit. Yes. Hint: when you use graphic design, make sure that your piece of fruit looks like a letter and not like a piece of fruit. God. Just so those who don't know, there's this image going around. There was a newspaper article about grapefruit, but instead of using G, they use a piece of grapefruit. So it just looks like it says rape fruit. It's disturbing.
Rape fruit.
Yes. You can Google image rape fruit and get the image of the thing. It's horrifying that they did that.
I found this. I was just watching very quietly the classic game room episode of Dynamite Deca 2, which is pretty much Dynamite Cop on the Dreamcast,
Mm-hmm.
the Japanese version. When they're talking about, they're showing the digital comic that comes on the disc, and what's funny is he's showing close-ups of the comic, and everything's in Japanese except for one word. As you can see it here. It's
Shit.
Shit.
Oh, look at that. Region A. North America and Japan.
Yep.
Also Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Korea. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it's a few
where
other.
Taiwan and Hong Kong where you usually get your Japanese movies with American subtitles.
Gotcha. Region
expensive,
B.
but
Region
So
B.
yeah, it wasn't until the day I created a Japanese PSN account when I could realize I could not only download but run Japanese downloaded content on my American PS3.
Yep.
Region B is Europe, Africa, Southwest Asian countries, Australia, and New Zealand. Region C are the remaining Central and South Asian countries, as well as China and Russia.
China and Russia are just here. See, have fun with that.
Yeah.
Region F, Sunnyvale Trailer Park.
Yeah, right. Huh. I probably knew that at some point and forgot. Well, good.
I'm just gonna live stream.
Oh, and I see Manic just copied and pasted exactly what I just read on Wikipedia into the text chat.
Fine.
Well then, I guess I didn't have to go to all that trouble and type stuff.
Region T, torrent that shit.
Wait a minute. Hold a second. The fuck? Don't do that.
Something is a dog growling.
I don't know.
Stoud's vibrator.
Muska says, I don't know, The Shadow was pretty soul-sucking the last time I tried to watch it, and I loved the radio series. Really? You didn't like The Shadow movie? I thought The Shadow movie was surprisingly good.
Two movies that get bad rap.
And-
The Shadow and The Phantom.
And I love the radio
Those were
series.
fun.
I actually have the complete set of all the existing episodes of the old radio show.
My favorite superhero movie is Blank Man.
Blank Man.
I love Blank Man. It's hilarious. It's
Ah,
so bad, it's
Blank
good.
Man.
Dude, this game looks fucking awesome.
I have like good memories of that movie.
It's
Even though I've seen
watch
it a
it, you'll
million
run.
fucking times.
It's on
Hudson
HBO.
Hawk. I've actually got Hudson Hawk on DVD here. I still haven't watched it.
I've never seen Hudson Hawk.
I think I
I
have.
also kind of sort of liked Meteor Man.
I may.
Meteor Man.
I may have the Blu-ray on the way. I don't know yet. Shagon asked, the reason I asked that earlier is because if I was able to find copies of the .hack games, I wanted to know if they would be restricted to certain regions or not and be able to send it to you. I don't know. Where are you? I thought you were in the
Alex, you have the .hack games.
I could have
Yeah,
sworn you were in the
I'm all of
U.S.
Are they on the PS2? Because if they are, they're
Yes.
probably region locked.
They are on the PS2, yeah. They'd
That'd be region lock.
region locked and video format locked.
Yeah,
And
I would
no
say
subtitles.
they region locked the crap out of PS2 games.
Yeah,
They
It
stopped.
was because it had to be, PAL, NTSC and PAL. That's why.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was restricted by video formats. Nowadays, you don't have that problem. Thankfully, finally.
AC says also with Blu-ray, there's a lot more region-free discs than there were with DVD. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Seems like a lot of studios don't even bother with it. It's like, whatever.
A bit of
Studio.
serendipity, though.
Oh, Missouri in the U.S.? Yeah, absolutely. U.S. is the same region and video format as Canada. We're all the same.
Japanese PS2s are actually not all that expensive. Like, no more
Oh,
than
150,
a used
200 bucks.
American. No, not even that. I would say not even as much as a used American one.
Vermin Art
They're
asks,
fairly common.
Vermin Art asks, do you think games are catching up with movies in terms of storytelling? I feel a lot of games that come out tell better stories than some movies now. Yes, absolutely.
Because of Hollywood Drek.
I have felt that video games would be the big new storytelling medium ever since first playing Metal Gear Solid 2 and seeing what they were doing with interactive storytelling with that, and it just blew me away. And I was like, wow, this is where we're going. This is what's, it's going to be interactive stories.
And now that we're finding more and more artistic games, it's going to become true more and more.
Yeah, absolutely.
People are going to start using it as their artistic outlet.
Yeah, you see stuff like, you know how much I love the story of the whole Dead Space saga. I think it's just fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I really liked was the original BioShock. I thought just had an amazing
Awesome.
amazing story in that one.
Can't wait for Infinity.
I still have to play Bioshock 2, but I have.
Don't. Doesn't matter. You don't need it. Seriously.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like those people.
I'll
who...
get it eventually. It's cheap, but
if it's cheap and you have want to do a drunken playthrough, go for it. Bioshock on its own is so encapsulated.
Yeah,
it
really
didn't
is.
need a sequel.
No.
And what they add is pointless.
Yeah.
For me,
It's
what
by a
they
different company.
added in Bioshock 2
Yeah,
more
it is
just
it's
pissed me
not-
off than
Yeah.
it did.
That's
Yeah, it's not even by the same creators.
Oh,
it's
really?
it's owned
Yeah.
by EA. I can't remember who owns
Yeah,
who's
it's
the
EA.
primary. Yeah, EA.
Of course, it's
And then
EA.
it was because it's Irrational Games, I think, does the series.
Yeah. Yeah. Infinity looks amazing from what I've seen.
So
No.
truthfully,
We have
Infinity
a
is the
friend who
true
played it.
sequel. Yeah, Infinity is the true sequel to Bioshock.
Yeah.
We had a friend who went to the Infinity release party and he said it was amazing.
Yeah. I
I'm
looked
jealous,
at the
you know.
early footage that they released like months ago, and I thought that looked pretty impressive.
There's a storyline that I've always favored that a lot of people have completely dismissed, saying that they like the game just for the action, that it really doesn't have a storyline. And I go, the fuck are you talking about? It's the God of War saga.
Bioshock?
No,
God of War?
People say
Okay.
it's just a mindless beat 'em
What?
up. There's no story to pay attention to. I go,
God of War is fucking epic.
God of War
Yeah.
has probably the most
Never played it.
action-packed storyline that I've played in years.
Oh yeah, it's a huge
Oh my
interactive
God.
love letter
It's
to
got an
all.
incredibly horrific backstory.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's a
that's for
huge
sure.
interactive love letter to all the greatest creatures and stories and myths out of Greek mythology.
And I played the extended demo, single-player demo of Ascension today,
Mm,
and I nearly fucking creamed myself.
nice. I have that. I'm gonna do a first impressions of it one of these days.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
The
This is
misogynistic
probably
ending,
the
you mean?
most impressive demo I've ever played.
Nice.
Just not in
It's
the
getting,
game
it's
itself,
getting
but
such a
just
huge backlash for
production.
that misogynistic ending of the demo, though.
I haven't actually played all the way through the demo yet. It's that
Yeah.
long.
And not even that the action that's done in the game is the problem, it's the trophy you get for doing the action. It's called Bros Before Hoes, and it's just really totally unneeded. No, it's not a good thing. It's an incredibly offensive thing that should have never been added to it. Just the trophy makes the action offensive, you know?
I see. So Dario Gento would have approved then.
Yep.
Oh, yes. But yeah, just to put into perspective, the demo download size, the one that I downloaded, was over 3 gigs.
Damn.
Well,
So-
see how you want to address this. JBH3 says Devil May Cry is better.
Whatever.
The Devil May Cry storyline is not better in God of War. They are equal in sheer gameplay amazingness.
Oh yeah, they're both incredibly fun. Sure.
Yeah, Devil May Cry has a lot
No.
weaker story.
You have to tell me, are you talking about the new Devil May Cry, or are we talking about the original trilogy?
Original.
I
The
got
original trilogy I still holds true.
I got the demo for the new one. I figured I should give it a try.
It's pretty much guy runs company, finds out he's or knows.
Well,
that
don't
he's-
tell me anything about it. I'm gonna play it. I don't know anything about it. I'm going in cold.
You've never played Devil May Cry?
Not the old one, or not the new one. I mean.
I'm not talking about the new one. I'm talking about the old one.
Oh, okay.
The original. I've never played. The
Never mind.
I was gonna say,
I haven't played all of the old one either. I've only actually played the first one.
Well, I'm just talking about the very, very beginning, like the things you see in the intro video.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like he runs Devil May Cry shop. Lady comes in and goes, "We must go kill things." Okay, let's go kill things.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's really it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the story unfolds as you play through, and it is a lot more in depth than that. But
He says.
God of War sets up a bigger opening.
He says Devil May Cry was first,
So
No,
what?
which means nothing. I don't understand why that's relevant.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter which one is first. God of War still has a way deeper story.
Man, I haven't played God of War 1, 2, or 3.
What do you mean? Who needs story? Seriously?
Just kick 'em.
Did you miss
Kick 'em.
like the whole conversation we were just having that video games
say that.
are the new storytelling medium? It's like
Also, people say you don't need story. You're a
God
retard.
of War
God
equals
of-
ripoff. What exactly is it a
Ripoff
ripoff of?
Yeah,
He's
please,
trolling. Just ignore
Yeah, I
him.
know.
Alright.
We ignore trolls because you're a fucking dumbass.
I'm not drunk enough to fight with you.
If you want a story, go read. Alright, just fuck off. You're gone.
Zoom.
Banned.
Awesome.
That's great.
Did it just delete all his comments too? It did, didn't it?
Yep.
Wow, he has ceased to exist.
Poop. You just shit on him.
Now we can get back to the smart conversation.
If you want a story, go read a book. I do read books, thank you.
Yeah, I do too. Not as often as I should, but I do.
You know, games without stories aren't necessarily bad.
I read manuals.
No.
Look at Mario Brothers. There's not really a story to it. It's just a fun game. So
Yeah,
it's fun,
exactly.
but
There's nothing wrong with that.
what he's saying was just wrong.
But that was just stupid.
They are complimenting you on your mechanical laugh.
Maniacal laugh.
Mechanical.
Oh, sorry.
I am a
Read
mechanical
better.
man.
Read better.
I can reading.
Oh, Eric, someone asked you about the new Steam console that's being rumored to come out soon.
Oh, the Steam box. Right. It's still highly just rumor. Steam has claimed to have developed something, but I mean, seriously, think about this for a second.
It's Gabe, you know.
It's because if they do release a box that can play everything on Steam, it's going to be really expensive because they're going to have to use very high-end parts because there are some very high-end games that are on Steam.
Oreos make
Yeah.
everything better, Raptor.
Yep.
You know,
That and pork rinds.
it's really hard to discuss because right now it's all just rumor.
I mean,
But
Game Informer did say that they're
fuck Game Informer. Fuck all those other sites that
being
just talk about
facetious.
facetious.
Yes.
Just all those sites that just
Apparently
quote
we-
other sites.
Yeah, like Kotaku, IGN, Game Informer. All those are just things you should avoid because they post nothing factual. That's all based on rumor.
Fucking hate.
Name something that IGN has posted months before whatever was going to happen, and it turned out to be true.
When's the
That would be
last
zero.
time Valve released something they said they were going to release?
Well, what about
Okay.
that video
The
game player site or whatever it was that posted the rumor that Dead Space was being canceled as a franchise by EA? And then everybody and their dog re-quoted it all over the place within like
And then
2
EA
hours.
got pissed.
And EA was like, what the fuck are you talking about? No.
Dude, the one of the head guys at EA was all up in that dude's asshole, like going, "Where's your fucking source? Prove it. That's right. Fuck
Yeah.
off." You know, like
Yeah, basically.
he overreacted a little bit, but you know.
Like I said, that's what's great about geeky.com is we post after the fact, based on fact.
AC says, "Oh wow, now I can't even see the dumb shit he said." Thank you. Yeah,
Gabe Newell looks like Jabba the Hutt.
apparently when you ban someone here, it deletes all their comments as part of it.
Fucking awesome.
So
I know, isn't it?
So it's like
Works
they're just completely erased from existence.
Doing the Doc Brown voice. Doc Brown voice.
That's what I just
Remember-
did.
No.
Bernard
Nobody-
put a
everybody's
good point
He
going
down.
shot
down.
EA's
That-
luggage.
What?
That's
Portal
just
3,
mean, man.
Half-Life 3. Hang on. Yes. Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah, they can't do
Okay.
threes.
Doc Brown voice. Erased from existence.
There you go.
No, your sauce. That's right. Sauce.
I was
sauce.
asking, could we do that to Brooks Reddit? Because that would be awesome.
He's not
He's-
here. He has to
I
be
know.
here.
He's reticent to do such.
Yes. I'm not mean. He's not trolling. He's just, you know,
Issues.
yeah.
Issues,
Classic
bro.
Game
Issues.
Room is the
Issues.
only web
Reasons.
review show that can compare Metal Gear Rising Revengeance to Toki going ape spit on the Genesis.
The hell? Okay.
It's all about sombrero, bro.
I have
All
the
about
demo
the
for that
sombrero.
kicking around too. I should probably play that too.
Just get the sombrero outfit and then go into a box. And the sombrero will be on top of the box. But you will still be invisible.
Still be invisible.
Yeah,
Yes,
nobody
'cause
will
no
move
one
away.
will suspect the box with a sombrero sitting.
Pretty much.
I love how deadly serious the stories are in the Metal Gear Solid games, yet there's so much random silly shit you can do in them. It's just hilarious.
What's the name of the? I don't know much about the Metal Gear Solid world or characters.
Oh,
What's
really?
the big guy with the minigun?
Big guy with the minigun.
Big guy with the minigun.
Vulcan, I think his name is.
Oh, there it
He's
is.
got a
There's the
Vulcan
box
cannon.
with the
Yeah.
The sombrero, yeah.
sombrero on it.
There's Vulcan. They're all pretty much named after their weapon, I thought. There's Revolver Ocelot, and it's Vulcan, whatever, and then,
Well, one of the funny things I remember from I think it was Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty, is there's a spot you can go
Well,
and hide behind a
Revolver Ocelot is the sharpshooter guy. He doesn't have the minigun.
Yeah.
And what's kind of funny is if you go, there's behind a certain set of boxes, there's a little open area, and in there is a little toy, and it's that guy with the minigun. And if you poke it, it starts spitting it shoots little balls.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like the little toy version of him.
Yeah, of him.
Yeah, because
Poke it,
he was actually in the first Metal Gear Solid game, and
he
was killed. I think you kill him in one of the boss fights. So at one
on
point,
top of the tank, right?
yeah. And then at one point, Snake's like going down the hallway, and he sees his shadow on the wall. He's like, oh, "It's Vulcan." And then you go around the corner, it's just like a flashlight shining on this little toy of him.
Yeah.
So then if you shoot the toy or kick it over, it falls over and starts like shooting pellets. It's like choo 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 choo.
And then, like, it says like one of his lines from the first game.
Yeah.
It starts talking. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I don't think it was even talking, it just like growls or something.
It's been like almost 10 years since I've seen it. So
It's been a while too, but I remember that. But that's a perfect example, just some stupid little random thing they throw in for fun.
was the one I always did because I have Metal Gear Solid 2. The only thing I do is I get to the part where you can go into the locker room and get into the locker room, open up that one locker with the hentai chick in it, and then you call Otacon.
Yes.
And he's like heavy breathing.
Yep. You can kiss the poster too, eh? Did you know that?
I didn't know you do that.
You can actually go into first person view when you're looking at the you close the door, and then you do the you could do the look where you'd look through the slats of the locker, but if you crouch and do that, he'll kiss the poster.
Oh, see, I didn't know you could do that. I'll have to try that.
See,
You gotta do a playthrough.
That's always
Another-
the funniest thing.
just another random stupid thing you can do.
If you
You gotta
keep
do Metal
calling
Gear playthroughs. Metal Gear
Otacon.
2 through 4.
Well, actually, I really want to get the HD collection they just put out. So they got 2 and 3, and one of the PSP games that I've never
Peace Walker.
played. So Peace Walker,
Peace
yeah.
Walker. Yeah.
I'd never
I was
played
actually really
3.
surprised at Peace Walker on how good a quality it was.
And you Sorry.
I was going to say
6 hours
Peace
of
Walker
work.
and
Oh no, 9 hours tomorrow. Well, have fun with that, Muska. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for joining us for a little bit. Good night.
but yeah, Peace Walker and Gran Turismo are the two titles that really show off the power of the PlayStation Portable. Actually,
Yeah.
very surprisingly good-looking titles.
Raptor's just saying that his next game pickup is Red Dead Redemption. That's one that I really need to pick up. Being a huge spaghetti western fan, I mean, basically open world interactive spaghetti
You
western.
guys need to do it,
Fuck
and
yeah.
we need to do the multiplayer robbing bank stuff because I want to do that.
That sounds like fun.
I want to get that. I also want to get the
It's
expansion.
like $20
for
for the
Oh,
complete edition right now.
Muska says it would be epic if they got around to that open world Fallout. That would be pretty awesome. I really enjoyed living in that world.
I'm waiting for Red Dead Redemption, like the Game of the Year edition, to drop below $15 because I'm cheap.
What, $15 isn't cheap enough for the Game of the Year edition?
It's
No, it isn't $15 yet. It's still like $30.
It's 20.
For it to
Gotcha.
get to
You can get
15.
it for 20 from like Amazon, I think.
I
think.
actually, Jilly and I have that Zone of the Enders set, and it's awesome. Oh, sorry. Have they made a new Zone of the Enders? Sorry, I misread what you said. No, I have the set of that they put out of the HD versions of the first two, but I don't think
There's
it's gonna...
always the rumor of ZOE3.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever
People
going to
say it
happen.
every E3. I've read it for the last 3 years.
I don't know if that's
People
ever going to
mention-
happen, honestly. I
They're
mean,
like ZOE3, ZOE3.
I mean, it could very well be that the HD collection was to test the waters to see how much demand there still is for something like that.
And they really test the water because it was the only one that got that big, massive limited edition.
That's true. It's pretty nice. It's a nice... shit, I still need to do a closer look at that one, don't I? I'll do that sometime this week. I just wanted to open it up and show off the book and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty sexy.
That may be one of my next purchases here soon.
I don't know if it was really worth the added expense, but I mean, to be fair, as far as collector's editions goes, it's not as expensive as some of the other ones that come out.
Yeah.
You know. I'm happy with my purchase.
Yeah, I'm not going to spring for the limited edition. I just want the games in HD.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The art book is nice.
I remember this
Not
game on the PS2
underrated.
when it came out.
Yeah, I guess overlooked would probably be... Oh, excuse me. Said not underrated, but overlooked. That's probably a better term for it.
I would love to see an HD remake of Frequency and Amplitude. Because I mean, I know people aren't, or especially you, Sean, are not a fan of the music rhythm games. But I remember you expressing some interest in Frequency, or some respect for it at least.
It depends which ones they are. There are occasionally there will be ones that I enjoy. I don't really care for the Dance Dance Revolution style ones.
No, I don't either, actually.
But I remember there being some rhythm games in some of the Sly Cooper games that were kind of fun. You were like fighting some voodoo priestess alligator or something.
For me, it's odd because I got caught up in the hype with Rock Band and Guitar Hero. Both me and Stout did, because we like playing online with each other.
Yeah, I never liked those. Never had any interest in those.
But Frequency and Amplitude are hard to really describe. They
All
are
about Parappa the Rapper.
They are somewhat in the style of DDR, but they're not as ridiculously difficult.
The one that I liked and would love to get was Space Channel 5.
That's another good one.
Yeah.
Ooh la la! Parappa the Rapper.
Parappa the Rapper. Verminard's asking if I ever played the Thief games. No, I did not, actually. Speaking of stealth games, I gather. I know that was kind of one of the pioneering games of the stealth genre. I remember when they came out, I thought they looked interesting, but I never played them. So.
Oh, Rez. I want Rez.
Because I'm watching Predator 2.
I always heard about Rez.
And now Children of Eden, which is the sequel to Rez.
Yeah.
Children of Eden.
Which on the Xbox, you need to have the Xbox camera thing to use. But on the PS3, the move is optional, so you can use a controller instead.
Okay.
Which is nice.
But yeah, what I liked mostly about Frequency in particular is that it had bands that it actually introduced me to them for the first time.
Okay.
You know, one of them, ironically, was Fear Factory.
Oh, really?
Fear Factory's in the game. They have a song. And,
Fear Factory's awesome.
Also, I liked the ability. It's not just, listen to the song, and push the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
It had a create mode where you can actually use the different tracks and the different instruments and actually pretty much make your own song using that band as a template.
That's pretty cool.
So
my favorite thing was the touch Sam Bush from Guitar Hero 5.
Oh, yes. They put that in there.
Yep.
You got the touch.
It was DLC that I bought actually for a World Tour.
Yeah.
Definitely. It was a re-recorded version.
Yeah, it was from his 2005 album.
Dallin says, but what about Burger King Challenge?
Burger King bumper car game is pretty cool.
Actually, the bumper car game actually was, and so was the kart racing.
Wait a minute, there actually are Burger King video games?
Yep.
Yeah, Sneaky.
Okay. I thought he was just being Dallin.
No, I actually used to have them. I had them on the 360.
Alright.
There's 5 of them, I believe, and
Those 3.
you get them for
Those are-
$3 when you bought a Whopper.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And there's a few good ones. And
Apparently-
most Snickers.
Apparently, Dallin was not even aware of that. He was just being silly. Holy shit, there are Burger King games?
Yeah, there are.
Oh,
That's
God.
hilarious. I didn't remember Abe's Odyssey.
Yep.
Isn't there a new one of those coming out? I could have
Abe's Odyssey's the best.
I could have sworn there's another one coming out from that series, like long-awaited sequel.
That'd be. I would
Yeah,
love
pull
to
up
see.
some-
I want an HD Abe's Odyssey. Damn it.
They were going. Speaking of stuff, you know how I got finally found out that they actually did do the HD upgrade of Beyond Good and Evil.
Oh, they did.
And actually, I should find out how much that is because I really want to get that. I got the demo.
And then play it.
Yes, absolutely, because I would love to play that again. It's a beautiful,
so
beautiful
here you
underrated
go.
game. But
Yeah,
I
I've never
remember
seen it.
around the time that they were going to that they were working on that, there was a short-lived trailer for an apparent sequel in the works. They're going to doing a sequel for the PS3, and it
Oh, there's
just
a new flashback HD also coming.
and it just disappeared. Really, they're doing a flashback HD?
Yeah,
Sweet! I will so play the shit out of that.
probably
Yeah.
next year.
Nice.
What you're seeing on my camera right now is Pocket Bike Racer, which is
Um,
One of the Burger King games, yeah.
Raptor says the Pac-Man game on PSN is like crack, so addictive. Are you talking about Pac-Man Championship DX? The one with,
Yes.
yeah.
the one that I'm so fucking pissed that PSN tells me I didn't buy.
That's a
even though
great
I
game.
Fucking did.
Oh, here's one for you, Stout. Duncan Large says, I always loved the Myst series.
Yes. Are you talking about the books or the game?
And Jillian, yes, Flashback was from the same people who made Out of This World.
And Sean, Beyond Good and Evil is $10 on Steam.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I want the PS3 version.
I have no idea.
I guess I could
It's
check.
probably 15 or 20 on Steam on PSN.
No, it's not going to be that much. I'm going to...
I always rock back and forth. It's so fucking weird.
It's called Restless Leg Syndrome.
It means you have autistic tendencies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
To start quoting random things. Come on. I'm checking PSN right now. If it ever loads up.
CEO of
Here we go.
I just need to verify my information here, but CEO of Ubisoft has stated saying that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is coming.
It's coming, which doesn't mean much, but it's coming.
So it is still in the
Anywhere
works
from
then.
between
It is
I
still in the
guarantee you
works.
later I'll be
Forget
coming
about
too.
it.
Good.
anywhere from 3 months to never.
Yes.
Yes. And
Or
later
Doom-
I'll be
or
coming
Oh,
too.
Simon
fuck
Sports.
off. Sony Entertainment Network
No.
is currently undergoing maintenance.
Ha
Fine.
ha ha.
We'll check tomorrow. Wouldn't be able to get it until next week anyway.
Yeah, but if it's base price $10 on Steam, it shouldn't be that much more on PSN.
I figure it'll be like 10 or 15, and I'm happy to pay that because it's an awesome game. And I was so sure that the HD version was going to happen that I sold my PS2 version, which was, going for decent collector's coin at the time. And I didn't hear anything about the
You're
HD
so
version.
silly, Sean.
And I was like, oh my god, did they cancel it? What's going on? Haven't heard anything about the sequel, too. No! But then apparently they did do it just as a download only. No disc.
Here we go.
They
Here's
did that
the-
with Okami, and I was really sad about that because I wanted a physical HD copy of that.
Yeah.
Okami.
I'm probably gonna buy it on the PSN. Even though I own
Okami-
it for the Wii.
Okami would be a good one to play with the Move controller.
Meh.
To be honest, the controller on the PS2 is not a problem.
No?
It is.
It's actually a pain in the ass using the Wii controller.
Really? It just
Because
seems like
the-
it would be such a natural game for that.
Exactly.
But the thing is, the game is. Think of it like almost like a Zelda, because it's combat oriented with a painting mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have to do. I don't know. It's just that thing.
It's
I don't know.
designed to be used with the analog stick. That's the thing. They designed it like when you're drawing, it's more like doing a fighting game combo than it is to paint with, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vermin saying he wants to get Outcast on the PC when it came out in 1999. Couldn't... fucking scrolled away. Couldn't get it to run because it just hogged his system. I was looking at it earlier and it still looks great. Yeah, that's actually why I played Gods and Generals. Why I played Command and Conquer Generals recently was because when I first got it, it wouldn't run on my system. It was too slow. And that was back when I had like a single core AMD. And I was like, hey, I have 5 more cores now. I bet I could run that game. So
plus
then
better graphics card.
So then, yeah, plus better graphics cards. So then I not only was able to play it, I was able to stream it.
It's the most boring stream ever.
Well, to you, if you don't like it, don't watch it, you fucking dick.
But then I got no. I like to come and complain and hang out with you guys.
You're not under any obligation to watch everything I do, you know.
I have nothing better to do right now.
Well, then stay in the text chat next time if it's so boring.
Nope.
What was I gonna say? Well, it's not gonna look very good if I have a video where someone in the video is talking about how boring the subject of the video is, you know.
Oh God.
Hey Sean, if you ever need me to slap him, just give me a text.
Do it preemptively right now.
Because
I know he'll do something at some point to piss me off again.
Or like we all hang out too often.
Like going on and on about how I need to upgrade to a better gun or swap out the bottom weapon when I'm in the middle of fighting like 20 necromorphs. It's like, that's great, Brandon. Can't really do anything about that right now.
That's why I do it.
And you're like, whatever, not my problem. It's like, fuck, just shut up. Let me kill all these guys and then find a bench and then you can remind me then.
I do, because that's all the people in the text chat do, and I'm just like basically trolling the text.
Even Stout, you called him out on that at one point. He's like, yeah, that bottom machine gun's really useless. It's like, yeah, thanks. And you're just like, yeah, I think he can tell, actually, but there's not much he can do about it right now. He's just trying to live. You're like, whatever, not my problem. I'm like, oh, rage.
And yet you invite me every time.
I know.
In case you enjoy when I make you rage.
Like, well,
the secret fetish.
The thing is like I'm already raging in moments like that, and you're just like fueling it and making me want to. I'm just seeing you little skin slip faces on all the necromorphs at that point.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, God.
I'm like,
is it grumpy? Grumpy
the exact face they were making.
I cannot believe I'm still watching YouTube videos about the damn Burger King games.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Mass Effect. Oh, Javier, yes, I want to get. That's another HD trilogy I want to pick up. Actually, is the Mass Effect one.
I've never played them. I really want to play them on my PS3.
They're amazing. It's just huge, epic space opera, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
I've only played the second one and I loved it, but I want to go back to the first one and play all the way through the whole trilogy.
Live on stream.
Because you can carry over your characters and such that from each game. So good stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to start up that.
Dallin says that's why it's good to have a collection of small animals. Get frustrated, strangle one.
Oh, that's horrible.
I don't strangle them. I don't strangle my cat, but I do like hug her.
Aww.
I throw socks at my cat, or I did throw socks at my cat. I'd roll out my socks and be like, "Hey, Petrie, meow, whack." The sock. I mean, it's not gonna hurt the cat, you know.
Uh-huh.
So the cat's like, "Oh God, wow, what's on your feet, Jesus."
I I'll be right back. I'm going to go lick my ass for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to come and give you a big kiss.
Pretty much, yeah. Or worse, you just stood on my face while I was trying to sleep. Like, oh, get off me!
Cat ass right on your face.
Right in my forehead once. I was like, oh, really? She sleeps on my head. I'm usually sleep like my, like on my stomach. So it'd be like on the back of my head. It'd be like,
feel the
what?
heat of her little sphincter pressed into your forehead.
Yeah, and it woke me up. I was like, hello? Meow. I'm like, oh, cat.
Oh, since you were awake.
Feed me? Yeah.
Yeah, feed me. I just like how cats do the head butt when they want you to feed them. No, you can't sleep. You get up and you feed me.
They'll start batting at you. Like, yeah, fuck.
Hey, food person, get me food.
It's 3 in the morning. I don't care.
Hungry now.
I might die. If you don't feed me. I'm pretty sure you won't die. And don't forget, everyone, to click the like button underneath the video to show our appreciation for Sean for letting us, insult him on cam.
For 4.5 hours. That's right.
God, it's been 4.5.
It is.
Yeah.
9.5.
4.5. Jesus.
Well, the other week when we were both hitting the sauce pretty hard, we did about 6.5 hours.
I know.
It was crazy. I'm like, wow, and we have it all recorded. Nobody's ever going to watch that.
Yeah.
But I
Pretty
might.
much.
That's something I'll put on when I'm like cleaning the apartment or something. Just put that on for the whole afternoon.
You'll just be laughing randomly, like, oh my god.
Yeah. It's pretty funny shit.
Yep. Like that time you interrupted Cass.
Oh, at the beginning?
No, just every time you interrupt Cass.
Oh, just have a montage of it.
Yeah. You should do a montage of that. Just a 30-minute video of you interrupting Cass.
It was pretty funny, though. It took like 45 minutes for him to tell us his Smitty story.
His 5-second story.
His 5-second story.
I felt bad for him a little bit, actually.
Yeah.
You're such a dick to him.
Yeah.
It's because the whole time you're trying to tell the story, you're sitting there going...
It's because I'm his big bother. And
pretty much.
He's my little bother. He gets me back. He'll find a way to get me back. Exactly. Oh, man.
I mean, I remember
Now I'm just
this
going to
game.
call you on your phone and breathe heavy on it every morning at like 4 a.m. You're like, hello? I'm like, oh.
I told Cass the next time that he knows that it's his
Stout.
Stout. I hear you clicking.
Oh, so much better.
Anyway, I told Cass the next time that he knows that it's his landlord in the other room doing laundry to put his butt up against the wall and fart.
Oh yeah, when Sean was drunk looking and the cat spam came, that was amazing.
And what?
And Mia was cat spamming you.
Oh, God.
That was hilarious. God.
Do montage of every time Skin says the word fuck. Oh, God.
And someone said there's not enough tape.
Yeah. There's not enough hard drive space in the world for that.
Nope. Fuck. My car's in last place. Again.
Excellent. Are you driving or is it auto driving?
The computer is driving. It's the B-spec mode.
Okay, it just like went from went from your car to some guy flying through the space in a parachute. Like, whoa! I said, how are those things related?
It's interesting because I'm in the American Classic touring car mode, or race specifically, and it let me choose the Honda S2000, which is neither a touring car nor an American vehicle.
Are you playing winter games, Eric?
No, this is the classic Game Room episode of Winter Olympic Games for the Sega Genesis.
Oh, okay. Similar.
I remember I used to have this game.
I have
It
one
was hard as balls.
I have one very similar to that. Graphics aren't anywhere near as nice though. For the Apple IIc.
My favorite.
It was just summer games from by Epyx, EPYX.
I'll never forget it. My favorite Olympic games was actually for the N64's Nagano.
Yeah.
Winter Olympics '98, and that game was and still is fun.
It's all about skate or die.
Skid or die.
Fun for a couple of
Skate or die.
reasons. Because the luge here, with apparently a perfect ass.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the cheeks.
That's horrifying.
Like how
in
they
Nagano.
really made those well defined.
Yeah, in the Nagano Winter Olympic game, it was just fun as hell to do the luge, and it was also curling. It was really fun on the game.
This actually looks like an updated version of the old winter games. Like
Might be.
I see a lot of the same events, but just with
Better graphics.
way better graphics. Yeah, like
Maybe
this.
better control.
Is this like cross country skiing mixed with skeet shooting?
Yeah, this is
Sharp
cross
shooting?
country, so.
Yeah, this is exactly the same. This is the same fucking game.
It's just on the Genesis.
They've updated it and improved it.
Yeah. God, that looks like really hard to control.
Yeah, it does.
Like, just aim at the black spot. Jesus. Lord El Camino. Oh, God.
The shooting part was easier in the Apple.
Oh, I was wondering what you meant. I'm like, look, and I go, look at the name. Oh, Lord El Camino. I get it. He runs through all the poles and hits a tree.
Dallin says, my favorite Olympic Games were in 2012. I didn't play on a console, but I attended in person.
Bastard.
Well, that's good for you because they were in Salt Lake.
They actually had the Olympics in Vancouver recently. I wanted to go, but didn't. That's pretty much the whole story. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like how you said you're welcome while I was saying thank you.
Oh, Lillehammer, 94. That was the Winter Olympics it was based on.
Excellent.
Was Atlanta was 92 or was that 96? I remember it was in Lubbock, Texas when that bomb in the park went off. Atlanta. And killed 3 people.
I remember that.
Oh, God.
Sonic Jam review for the Gamecom. Holy crap.
Come on and slam. If
96.
you want to jam.
96 Summer Olympics. That's what it was.
You want to talk about a major piece of ass? You want to talk about Sonic Jam for the Gamecom?
Uh-huh.
Holy crap.
Anything for the Gamecom is a piece of ass. I'm sorry. It's one of the worst game systems ever. Mickey hands.
The Sonic hands.
Whatever. They are Sonic hands. Damn it. Notice. Wearing them wrong and trying to pick things up. Wow. God, what a goofy bastard.
Part 7 of the Dead Space 3 playthroughs is up. Just went live half an hour ago.
Yeah, what you're seeing here is the fastest this Sonic game goes.
Holy poop.
The game is so bad.
I know, look at this.
What the hell? Was this supposed to be a Game Boy beating system? Like, really?
Yeah, this thing had internet connectivity and a touch screen.
What the hell?
That's the little, I don't know if you can tell on my camera, that's the little dots that you see all over the screen.
Wow.
It's not dust, it's actually the little touch interface.
It's
Still
stupid.
trying to grab the box with the Sonic hands.
Trying to play the game console with the Sonic hands.
He's like, anything that you can't play with the Sonic hands is instant fail. And supposedly, yeah, you're supposed to be able to choose between all 3 of the original Sonic games and Sonic and Knuckles.
Wow.
It's
apparent-
not.
And they are
Anyway.
pixel-perfect renditions of the Genesis originals.
Just at 10% the speed.
Yeah, look at this. This is...
Wow, like his Mondo had 128 megabytes, 16-bit DDR, and it's actually not bad for the age it came out.
Oh my god, really?
There we go.
He goes, this game suffers
The
some
hell?
slight issues, but to be honest, I can't tell.
Fucking Facebook. Just trying to see the damn page, and you glitched out on me. There we go. Okay. Okay, you're on fire. Why aren't you dead? And while we're at it, what the fuck is that hissing noise? Oh, that's the one. That's the part.
Yeah, I remember Gamecom was one of those things that Ashens reviewed as really shitty tack that he had gotten.
Really? That and the
He's
pop
making-
station.
Yes,
Oh, I love the Pop Station reviews.
you can see Mark in the reflection of the Gamecom right there. He's making faces. It's fucking hilarious. Look at him.
Like sticking his tongue out and shit.
Shows from Superman 64. The rage level is over 9,000. Actually, Angry Video Game Nerd did a really good review of Superman 64.
Yeah.
Don't ever play it, ever. I have a
I
sealed
sadly
copy of
rented
it.
when I was a kid.
I had a
Mhm.
sealed copy of it, and I never intend to open it, and much less it's not worth anything.
Yeah.
I bought it for $1.
$1. It's because nobody wants it.
And they're like, oh, I want $20 for it. I'm like, I will give you $1 American dollar because that is literally the worst game in the history of games. It's literally almost as bad as E.T. Just, it can't be.
E.T. is at
No.
least E.T. is at least playable.
I was gonna say, sure, or maybe worse than ET because at
It might
least
be
you
worse.
can actually play ET and
I said,
actually
I'll give you
progress.
$1, and he's like, "Oh, I can't take that." I'm like, "How long have you had that in your stock?" I don't know, a couple years. You'll continue to have that in your stock until he sells me for $1. And I walked away, and as I was walking away, like, fine, I'm like, sweet, $1.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Could not
So
find
here we
any
go.
flaw in your logic.
This is the first review he did of Alpine skiing for the Magnavox Odyssey 2.
Really bad games become collectible. Look at Action 52. Well, this is true. This is
no,
true.
Action 52 became collectible because there's only like 500 of them made. That's why it's rare. That's why it's collectible. Superman will never be collectible. E.T. will never be collectible.
Well, E.T.
Sorry.
There's just so many out there. It's not
so
rare.
many they rumored to have dumped a fuckload of them and do it.
And they
Yeah.
still have too many. You can find that sealed pretty.
Oh, you know what you missed the other night, Eric, when you left just as we were starting up Beetle. I put up as sort of a pre-Beetle show, some classic Atari 2600 commercials.
Including E.T.
One of which was the original commercial for E.T.
God.
Because we had been talking about it that
Oh,
night,
the one
so-
where like ET invades that kid's home.
Yeah.
They looked so happy.
hmm
You knew they were acting.
Oh, they had to have been because that game is. There's no kid that was ever happy. playing
There's
it.
that, and there was a couple of commercials for Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, I could see someone squeezing a little bit of enjoyment out of that game. 'Cause
I,
it's still
I used to play
technically-
it.
Because
It's
it still
not bad.
technically was Pac-Man,
Yeah.
just a very, very watered down, shitty version of it.
Yes. Very
It was
rough.
okay, yeah.
Hard to play.
Yeah.
Oh, console Silver felt good, but it wasn't bad. It was just really subpar.
It was like the guy said. It was the alpha release of the game, so it was never meant to be good. Actually,
hmm
it was meant to be.
Oh, fuck
Representing-
you. Okay. One
What?
eBay listings here. Atari 2600 ET the extraterrestrial, new, factory sealed, very good condition, rare. buy it now for $154.01. I'm like, yeah, keep dreaming, buddy. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Never.
When you can get a decent quality open cart for $6 on Amazon, I guarantee.
I paid like $8 for my sealed
Hey
copy.
Sean, what's the completed listings on the that then? Go to the completed listings. Let's see what eBay is selling
Yes,
ET
let's
for.
see what they're actually going for.
Yeah. ET I bought for $8 new. Sealed.
Well, that was a buy it now. It wasn't even an auction, but let's take a look at the completed listings here. See what they're actually. See what we got here. Search. They had one with the cartridge, instruction manual, and tips book. Opening bid $5.11, closed with no bids.
Oh wow.
No, you know what?
Most of these are going for like $5,
Yeah.
$7, $12 for one with the manual.
Yeah, look up any of the Sword Quest games. If you want to talk about.
Oh, see,
something that,
no, Sword Quest, that's valuable.
well, not as valuable as you think. They're the later releases. I think Air World is a lot more valuable.
Because
Fire World and
Yeah.
Earth World are the two common ones.
yeah.
But for some reason, Air World was not Air World because that one was just air. It was never made.
Yeah.
Water World.
Waterworld, yeah.
Was the more rare one because that one I think people only got in Atari Magazine.
The Sword Quest comic.
Yes, to Fire World, I believe.
There's two. There's Earth World and Fire World.
Yeah.
I think I have one of them. I can't remember.
I need to go over to Half Price Books. They have Fire World with instruction manual and comic book for like $6.
Nice. Oh, hey. Sword Quest Fire World, new in box, unopened, $26.
Yeah.
That's not
Like I
too
said,
bad
they
at
do
all.
go for some, but they're not too terribly collectible or worth a lot.
No.
But they are worth something. They're a lot more than what could be said about E.T. or Pac-Man.
Yeah. Well, and they're at least, decent games.
Decent games, and they actually have a really cool story behind them.
Yeah.
And I always point people to the AVGN episode of the Sword
That
Quest
is a
games.
great episode.
It is a great episode.
They found, was it only one of the prizes was ever actually awarded or something?
Something like that he could find.
Yeah. And the others just disappeared.
No, there were two. There was the Chalice, and that was actually awarded.
Right.
And I believe the Crown?
They don't know if the last one was ever awarded, right? They just haven't been able to find anybody.
Well, they
right?
never did the third contest.
Is that
because
right?
Atari went under in '86.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So somebody has it somewhere.
The
that you
big
right there.
rumor is that Jack Trenton.
Probably has it hanging in his living room.
Yeah, there's rumors that people have been over to his house and have seen the sword hanging up on the wall.
I know that guy. I'd be trying to get the other two pieces.
Because he has the sword and the Philosopher's Stone.
That's pretty cool.
And I mean, the stuff is like really, really cool. But it's ironically, I think it's probably worth a lot more now. But back then, all of it together was worth $150,000.
Yeah.
Which, when you think of all the stuff that those damn things are made out of, you think they'd be worth a hell of a lot more than that.
Well, they probably are now.
They're probably worth upwards in the millions if you talk
combination
them all together.
combination of what they're made of, plus collectability.
Yeah.
You really have to find the right buyer, though.
Like that one we were trying to find. Who was it that started it? We were trying to find a piece of the aggro crag.
Yep. There's only ever been one listed on eBay. And it was $1,500.
Yeah.
What is that?
was
What is
the-
the aggro crag?
Part of the Guts competition from Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I
mid-90s,
didn't know
there
that
was
one.
there's a game show called
My
Guts.
theory is this: that most people didn't take them because you could probably get a cash prize instead.
Um,
It says there's at least 200 winners. All right, so there's 200 pieces out there, or there was a cash prize if you didn't want it, and most people took the cash.
I did see a forum where one of the there was a guy selling his trophy. He was on the show, and he was on the show when they had the super aggro crack.
Right.
And he was one of the winners, the person who climbed the super aggro crag, and he was selling his trophy. And he had the papers with it. He had the necklace and the actual trophy.
Right.
Verminart, Verminart, sorry, says also something Z would like. Dead Space 3 Dev Edition, Dev Team Edition, $349.
Yep.
Oh, and hey Sean, also, and Shagon says, hey Sean, also found out some info about co-op for DS3 from a friend of mine. If you or your partner die in co-op, then you got to start all the way back at the beginning of the game, even if you're on like chapter 17 or something. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure you go back to whatever your last save point was. That would be ridiculous. Maybe in some of the harder difficulty modes, like hardcore mode and stuff. Yeah, but that'd be retarded. There's no way they would do that.
In fact, if we're playing that and that happens, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just.
I'm done. That's stupid.
Yeah.
What's the point of having a checkpoint, you know?
Yeah, Vermin says, wow, the Dev Team edition of DS3 is gorgeous. Yeah, have you not seen that before? I actually didn't even know that existed until after one of my viewers had already sent me Dead Space 3. Because I didn't recall hearing anything about a special edition. Mind you, I wasn't really keeping up with Dead Space 3 as much as far as the development went, so I kind of missed some of the early news. Patrick, yes, Jack Tramiel died last year, you said.
Yeah.
I must keep repeating over and over and over again.
But yes, that is a gorgeous edition. I mean, it's nice to get with the art book, and of course, everybody wants the marker paperweight, basically.
Yes.
The marker statue.
I give a shit about everything else. I want you to want the statue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, fuck everything else. You can have everything else, but I'm getting the marker statue.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man, for sure.
For sure.
So, we should probably wrap things up shortly. Maybe when we hit the 5-hour mark, we'll call it a night.
Okay.
I need to be heading to bed pretty soon.
Ooh, one more subscriber and I'll have 260 subs.
Yeah, I should head to bed soon too as well, because
that's right. You've got a 5-year-old to wake you up.
Got the little one.
You got a 5-year-old alarm clock.
And I can still get like 6 hours of sleep if I go to bed at 1. So. Oh, okay. You misspelled his name. Well, that's okay. We knew who you meant. Vermin's drooling on his keyboard, looking at the marker. Yeah, the marker has that effect on people.
So I found out that Bash the Stampede from Trigun is a marker hit.
I see.
People who get that anime reference.
Okay.
Both me and Stout noticed it, actually. I was showing him a music video, and he did the whole cross finger.
Oh, you're saying he
thing.
did the thing.
He did the little salute thing.
Yes.
And both me and Stout went, oh my god, he's a marker head!
Which you'll see me do in the chat in a few seconds. There we go. There it is.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
How would you feel about a Dead Space themed haunted house? I would go through that over and over and over again. Well, unless it sucked, yes.
But otherwise, yes.
But I would probably be quite easy to please with something like that.
You wouldn't be scared, you'd be going,
if only
oh,
that's what she said.
Uh-huh.
Oh look, spitters! You'd be more excited about all the stuff they did versus
Maybe a harder mode. Yeah, that sound. You know what that sounds like, Shagon? That sounds like hardcore mode. Because in hardcore mode, if you die, you start over. That's why it's hardcore mode.
I dated a spitter once. No fun.
I think they should have real life mode, where if you die in the game, your game just stops working.
No,
You
what
literally
was
die.
It was a hardcore mode, uninstalls the stuff and rapes your girlfriend, right? Isn't that
They
said?
have like a resource management mode or something like that where enemies don't drop anything. You basically have to scavenge and build what you need, which I actually think sounds pretty cool. I would have no problem with that.
If you die, your disc just explodes.
Shoots at your PS3 at high velocity.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Kills you on impact.
What the heck is Garbage Gamer playing? I don't think he's actually playing anything. He's watching videos of people playing things.
Smash Brothers, I think.
Yes, this is the review of Smash Brothers Melee,
Ah, there we go.
or the GameCube.
I'm playing Gran Turismo 5.
Dallin says, if you die in the game, a giraffe rapes you to death in Bolivia, while villagers throw used diapers at you.
That sounds like something Nero once had a witch.
Just like in real life.
Nero had a giraffe that raped people to
Yeah.
death.
Excellent.
I don't support it. I'm just saying.
So you just got like a insatiably horny giraffe, kept it on standby.
I have no idea the story behind it. I just know he had a giraffe that raped people.
Its own personal harem of lady giraffes to keep it aroused and ready.
I was just going to say, and the process of keeping this giraffe said horny would be...
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be that eunuch.
Giraffe fluffer.
Giraffe fluffer.
Giraffe love. Dun-dun-dun.
Giraffes give the meaning to the word
You have
geek.
finished all the Wing Commanders. Bernard says he's unsure about what game to live stream next now that he has finished all the Wing Commanders. Did you play Prophecy as well? Or did you just do 3 and 4? Prophecy and Seagraps. Alright. Well, there's a world of games out there you can choose from. How pissed would you be, asks Dallin, if you went out to find your car filled with soggy dildos? I would be quite livid myself.
Jesus.
Just some food for thought.
Oh, Darwin.
Hey, Dallin. Smell.
I'm gonna be so fucking embarrassed. Oh my god.
I would laugh so hard.
Embarrassed? Why?
I was just playing Song Pop and I don't know how. It was completely a fucking fluke. I guessed a Flowrida song in 0.8 seconds.
Just kill yourself.
Congratulations. I don't even know who Flo Rida is, but
Just
whatever.
kill yourself.
What the fuck? Some fucking rapper.
The newest chapter to the Dead Space franchise, a children's pop-up book, Ellie and Her Wandering Eye. I could have sworn you said that 5 hours ago.
Dude.
Have we come full circle now?
Yes.
At least when Raptor repeats something, he waits 5 hours before he...
Yeah.
Yes.
I gotta give it to you, that's true.
Yeah.
At least there's that.
Justin, at this point, the giraffe is your only hope.
Oh.
I just lost all respect for you, Stout, says Verminart.
Yes.
I'm sorry I disappointed you.
Stout. I think we need the Cosby facepalm for this one.
Perhaps. Special
Got real
series.
quiet.
Sorry.
Right when your life was looking up, you pull this shit. What is that? Is that Alex's fingers or his mandibles? I can't tell.
That's his fingers.
This
He's
is
like,
a delicious beetle, I call it. It totally
John,
looked like
right when your
mandibles
life
just
was
working
looking
at
up.
something there.
Holy shit.
Damn it, Stout, now you got me doing it. Rocking.
Mm.
Hey, is that fuck shit piss? No, it's
Rocking
not.
back and forth.
Some kind
No, this is the Bill Cosby gangster rap.
Is fuck shit piss on YouTube? Fuck shit piss! Fuck shit piss! Fuck shit piss.
Let's find out.
It is! Oh my god. Fuck shit piss is on YouTube. Just look up fuck shit piss. It's the one that comes up in the top. And then you too can experience all the wonder and splendor of fuck shit piss.
Who the hell would pay $19,000 for Zelda for CDI? Good lord. Rather
Is that
stick
what they're
with
listening for?
yeah, I would rather stick with my scrub into my chair than play that game. Is Godzilla your avatar, Alex?
Yes, Godzilla's my avatar right now.
I hate that you have a cooler Godzilla than me.
Now it's Donatello. No, sorry, Michelangelo. Fuck.
My Godzilla is from 1985. It's my first toy. I still own it. Imperial Godzilla from 1985. Still has the 85 dust box.
And then it ends with, if you were offended by any of this, that means you're gay. Fuck shit piss. That was fuck shit piss. If I don't know, I guess you probably heard it, but yeah, just listening to some good old fashioned fuck shit piss.
Oh, I definitely heard it. I heard fuck shit pass, fuck shit pass.
I just heard him giggling the entire time.
Probably hear it better if you had the live stream unmuted.
Yes, I don't. Yeah, I'm doing through the
I don't.
hangout.
Ah,
Yep.
okay.
Me too. My Godzilla's better than yours, Alex.
Well, I'm fucking
There's a
Batman.
Godzilla. That is pretty awesome, Batman.
You should have said
Godzilla.
I'm the goddamned Batman.
Yes.
I'm the goddamn Batman.
Well, I have that very Batman right over there next to King Conan. My King Conan trumps your Batman.
Okay, everyone in the chat heard it. Yeah, so I guess it was broadcasting just to you guys on Google couldn't hear it for some reason.
That's alright.
Whatever.
I'll look it up later.
Just remember, fuck, shit, piss.
Fuck, shit, piss.
By the way, everybody,
Fuck, shit,
there's a
piss.
geeky
Fuck, shit,
store
piss.
where you can buy cool mugs like this. It's
And-
awesome.
Do they have a geeky sweatshirt? Because I really want one.
There's also a Coca-Cola store where you can buy Coca-Cola stuff.
Yes, but one of those doesn't help us out as geeky.
Oh, but it's cool. It's
Oh,
it's Coca-Cola
Nair, you
stuff.
have a Conan collection. Does it beat all the Ace paperbacks? All the Gnome editions? All the Tor editions?
Oh.
Got you beat, son.
Skin Slip's got a pretty impressive Conan collection. I do not.
Well, half of it got stolen, but whatever.
Yeah.
I can go dig out some more.
Mm.
I'm gonna go to Washington next year for Christmas and just fucking mail it to myself. The ones I have left.
Nice.
Yeah, I know for a fact my Gnome editions are missing.
Which ones are those?
The one of the first releases in compiled form, and
Oh, okay.
they're some of the rare ones.
Uh,
That I know they get taken because they're like $200 for the set.
Jesus. Get the
Yeah.
Del Rey set if you don't already have it.
You mean the big tomes?
Yeah, the one that I have.
I have the Coming of Conan. I haven't gotten the other two yet.
Oh, okay. Those are the best ones anyway because they got all they got the most stuff in them,
Yeah,
and
I
they're,
was, well,
they're all uncut.
I was collecting them to be a collector, not necessarily to read them. 'Cause
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I was gonna get the Del Rey sets for reading. You know.
Shagon, I have seen the Batman versus Sherlock Holmes rap battle several times. It's amusing.
I fucking love how they start those videos off. Just like they're barely intelligible. Like,
My favorite is still Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs, though.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Funny thing is, William Shakespeare versus Dr. Seuss was the one that actually introduced me to Watsky, which I appreciate.
Oh, George
really?
Watsky is awesome. MC
Yeah.
Lars is on there too. I thought.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't think so. Not
Cool.
that one, anyway. Unless it's the silent guy.
the silent guy.
Oh,
No.
yeah, it's Nice Peter plays Can the Hat for the thing.
No,
Yeah.
not that one on the channel. On one of the
Oh, I
other
have
Bat
no
videos.
idea.
Yeah, Nair, I've kind of had to put the Conan collection on hold a little bit just because I'm focusing on really hardcore on Doctor Who right now.
Nice.
I'm probably going to pick up another volume or two of at least the Savage Sword compendiums in the foreseeable future. Because I'm definitely enjoying those.
Oh, and there also had all of King Conan or King Cole, all of Savage Sword Conan, and all of Conan the Barbarian from Marvel Comics. Complete. It's all in Washington.
Yeah, I had all the... Do you still have those?
Yeah, they're in Washington. I had my mom look for them. I never
Oh.
brought them down, thankfully.
Oh, that's good. So those didn't get
Thanks.
stolen.
Yeah, no, because I did have a long box stolen with a bunch of my comics, but it wasn't that one.
Oh, okay.
Probably all my dollar bin comics I could give a rat's ass about.
So you've got a complete run of the Conan monthly series, Savage Sword, and King Conan?
Cole. Yeah, King Cole.
King Cull, not King Conan?
Yeah, not King Cole.
Really? That's an odd omission.
I don't know why I don't have it.
Hmm.
That's something I'll get in the future.
Yeah.
Alright. It's one of the cheaper series.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't as big.
No, Savage Sword's the one that's worth money.
Because it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because that was the grown-up Conan with all the blood, guts, and boobs.
Because I've been a fan of Conan since I was little. So.
It was one that I was always curious about. I just never got around to it until, well, the past couple of years.
I think the animated series had action figures, and I would like to get those carded. That'd be really cool.
I think I had seen the movies when I was a kid, but I didn't really care for them much. But the animated series is what kind of sparked my interest originally. And then the live action series came out a few years later, and that sparked my interest again. But still, I hadn't picked anything up. But then when Dark Horse started doing the reprint editions of all the old Marvel comics, it's like, now that's actually something I could get into, because it makes it nice and easy to collect them all.
They also did accurate renditions of the Conan stories in visual form.
Yes.
That's what they've been doing for the last couple of years.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the Dark Horse.
Yep.
The Dark Horse comics. Yeah.
The actual Dark Horse run.
Yeah. Well, I found a lot of the Savage Sword adaptations of the old stories were pretty accurate as well.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Quite good.
So I think the Conan the Adventure cartoon or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think that had action figures. I mean, I had the whole line of McFarlane Toys action figures, which is where the King Conan figure comes from.
Ooh, yeah.
The in-action figure is all he can do is sit on his throne.
Yeah,
he has no other action.
A lot of the Todd McFarlane ones are like
throne,
that.
or is his
Yes,
ass
I can
stuck
pick
there?
him up, but he's in one pose of sitting. I can have him sit on other objects.
I like how you call it an in-action figure.
It's an in-action figure. I'm sorry. That's what McFarlane does. He does an action figure.
He does. They're dioramas, basically.
They're basically cheap statues.
Yeah.
Some nice detailing on them.
Oh,
Don't get me wrong.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
peeps, I'm going to bed.
Night.
Quitter.
Good night.
You actually held out quite a while tonight, Pablo. I'm
I'm
impressed.
proud of you, sir.
It's 4 a.m.
Go to bed. You deserved it.
Have a good night, Garbage Gamer.
Good night, peepers.
Well, I think it's time we all said goodnight to the chat, the chatters, and the chatties.
Yeah.
Nair says Conan fans are a special type of human.
Yep. Raptor Repair is like, nice to know I got the biggest Godzilla collection here. I'm like, maybe.
It's possible. There's a lot of Conan out there to collect.
No. He said Godzilla.
Oh,
But
Godzilla.
there's a lot of that. Oh, looks like you have to leave the chat.
The Conan game which Conan game? There's been so many. I
NES one?
actually have a Conan game for my Apple IIc. It was an early platformer. And there's Conan the Dark Axe, which is apparently really rare.
Which one's one on the NES? Is there one on the NES? I'm not crazy, right?
There's one I remember on the Amiga. It was just Conan the Sumerian.
Well, there's a really bad one on the NES, yeah.
Was there?
Okay. I remember a game on an older game system. That's all I remember. I'm looking right now. Video games. There's
I
one for
remember
Data
a
Center.
boxing game on... What was it? Like, fucking... It was for fucking IBM computers. And literally, like, there were all these normal boxers that you'd fight against, and then there'd be a fucking kickboxing kangaroo out of nowhere.
Kind of like when I was playing Streets of Rage 3 that night.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's Conan for the NES from 1989 by Mindscape.
Why am I fighting a kangaroo? What the hell's going on?
I remember an older console game. I mean, I had friends who all had all sorts of game systems and shit, and computers and all that. No one had the same game system in my neighborhood, which was kind of nice. But I remember playing it on the NES, I think. So
Yeah.
it may have been some other system for all I know.
Alrighty then.
Oh yeah, it's the. I'm looking at the playthrough video here. Oh yeah, it's the NES one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had it because I don't think I had an
So
NES
bad.
until.
There's been-
Oh
after
my
that.
god, it's unplayable.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Conan games over the years. I think it's fared better in the era of 3D games, like actual 3D environments and
No!
The first reviews of Evil Dead remake are coming in, by the way, from South by Southwest.
stuff.
Average is about 4 out of 5 stars
Awesome.
Nice.
from people I trust.
Cool. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I'm going to.
Cheez-Its. There's a box of
Subscribe
Cheez-Its, and we
and
didn't eat any of them.
stuff.
Again,
Oh,
Again.
you're both just too polite to be the first to take a Cheez-It.
God, no. I'm just hungry.
I'm kind of hungry too. I might grab a bite before going to bed.
All right, guys. Time to go.
Alrighty. Have yourselves a good night. Have yourselves a good week if we don't see you around before then. Probably going to do some random Twitch stuff this week. I've got a few demos I want to do first impressions playthroughs of, so I might do some of those. And then sometime in the foreseeable future, we'll do Dead Space 3 Awakened, if I can get it. I don't think it'll be a problem. And, yeah. And then lots of videos coming this week. Got the Dead Space playthroughs being posted one a night, and other stuff during the day. So check that out. Subscribe to all my esteemed co-hosts.
And
I'm
praise
esteemed.
I
Altman.
think I'm pointing over there.
Praise Altman, yes.
And yes, Altman be praised. Alrighty.
Poor Altman.
Have yourselves a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week. Until then, thanks for chatting, and sayonara.
Toodles.